starting. We're starting.
Yeah. Ready?
Nice.
Why?
Oh.
Why?
You're kind of in.
Beautiful,
Welcome.
beautiful.
Welcome to Team A.
Honestly. Well, thank you everyone for a lot that just happened while I was trying to like message. Oh god. I love you all. Thank you for the level 5 hype train. We are waiting on a bat. So unfortunately right now we don't have a Mena for the time being. If she jumps in, we will fix the cameras when it happens. But hello. The billion notification sounds are gonna go off now, or stop now.
Are they?
They are, because I don't have the notifications on this.
Nice.
This scene.
Nice.
All right. Is everyone good and ready?
As we're gonna be.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. So, last time on Princess Apocalypse, we had quite the emotional start, but the loot was had, and much was stolen from the Necromancer's Cave and what was left of it. Having Cain come to an unfortunate early end during the fight, you guys rushed out of the cave and went back to town to make it by nightfall to hopefully bring him back. You were told about the process and the either gold or diamond it would take, and you guys spent the day gathering what you can, selling what you can, until you had enough, as well as finding a bunch of diamonds. And instead of giving diamonds, you were just like, we'll keep the bling, you guys have the money. And thus, yeah. And thus a ritual started the first time any of you guys have seen it. And thankfully, it was successful, and our good old friend was brought back to life. We left with you guys heading to the inn to get something to eat. Kalisa gave you the room to stay in for free as kind of a welcome back to life gift, I guess. And that's where we left off. So what are you guys doing?
So it's the next day now. Basically, we've had a.
Well, it could, if you want to, we can jump to the next day, but it was about midday, I believe, and you guys were just eating. If there was anything you wanted to do, but we could just skip to the next day as well. As Cain, you are currently at a -4 on.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a day, just to myself.
Yeah, it'll probably give us
I
all good
believe-
just to do some rest, and we'll start fresh tomorrow.
It's actually needs to take a week to go spend some time with his family after these trying times. He needs about 4 days with his family. Definitely no other reason for that specific time frame. Just it was very trying times. So we went through a lot, and Amdrus just wants to hang out.
Is there any time-sensitive goals? Like, have we stumbled across an evil wizard looking to end the world in 5 days? Because if not, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean the most recent thing were just the cloaked figures.
Welcome
yeah,
everyone to me stream. I'm the dungeon master, Aurora 0.
Into me stream, is that what you just said?
Into me stream.
Into me stream.
All
Yeah,
right.
sorry,
There's
I'm
two of you now. Gonna hide you now.
Welcome to me stream, and me stream with the pirate dreadlord. Oh no, never mind. Now we're Cain again.
There's just no me at the moment. It's fine. I'll fix this. Somehow. It's going great, guys. It's going great.
Everything's great.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
It's because I went the wrong way,
Everything's fine.
thinking that was
Get that
gonna have to be.
level 5 hype train.
Oh my god, they gave me a fucking dog. Yes.
Well, yeah, it's all
Ooh.
pets and stuff.
I got a
That's in
cat.
chat.
Look at
Got a
that.
cat too.
Also, hello, Bat. Welcome.
Hi.
We were just going over the intro, so you didn't miss much. But yeah, if you
Literally
guys,
missed nothing.
yeah, literally nothing. So you guys spend the day kind of eating and resting. We can just jump to the next day unless there's anything you guys would like to do.
I don't think so.
I think we. What the fuck was it? Razorback. So.
Thistle hair?
Thistle hair. Thank you.
Stanner,
I want to go look
Stanner
at my
Thistlehair.
Razorback.
Yeah.
But that's
didn't remember
usually he's usually not in the inn until the evening anyway.
I think
Tavern.
that's what we were waiting for.
Yeah. Sorry. My dog
I think-
literally ate my notes, so
Oh,
I had to start a fresh page.
Sure, sure.
I was gonna bring it up, so you just beat me to it.
No,
Yes, I believe we were waiting for him in the. We were just hanging out.
Yes, you
for
were
the
told that
evening.
he goes to the tavern at night,
Yes, the tavern.
not the inn. But
Yeah, we're currently at the inn.
yes.
Um,
So you guys can just skip the day, and if you want, and do that the next day, or if as Cain is resting up in the room, you guys want to do something, you can too. As this epic music goes off, my god.
Epic.
I mean,
waiting
I
music.
would just like to rest a little bit so I can get some my 3 hit points back, just so I'm at full health for whatever we're about to do.
I mean,
I think we're.
oh yeah, you're
I
fine.
was gonna say I think we're just waiting.
I think
So
we're
that'll
just
count as
gonna-
a short rest.
Talk with him, and venture out actually the next day. But we're gonna talk with him just to get information about what was going on with those figures that we spotted.
yes. All right. Well, as you guys kind of spend your time in the inn, as Cain is up in the room, there is a point as the day is kind of going, and you guys kind of missed the like lunch rush. It was kind of midday, so it was pretty empty. And the innkeeper, Kalisa, kind of goes, "So, you guys have now, kind of looking at Amdrus for a second, killed an army of ghosts, killed bandits,
It's more.
and
it
now a
was more
necromancer."
battalion. It was more like a battalion and a half, really.
Mhm. Sure.
I wouldn't want to
Um,
say definitely more than a company, less than an army.
Mm-hmm. Well, she goes, since you guys have been sticking together so much, you plan on sticking in as a group?
It seems to be the intention. Yeah.
It seems like, Paylor has put us together, and we definitely have
Some
like
of
we
us
were meant
more
to
than
be.
others.
Literally.
You're resting in the room upstairs.
Oh shoot! Right. Sorry. That's why I was muted. I was trying to figure out why I was muted.
But again, to be fair, even though you're in another room, Peller is the reason you're back. Peller knows that you have a purpose in this group too, and decided that our offerings were good enough and that you were part of the plan and you need to be back here. So regardless of how you feel about it, you're part of Peller's plan too. But you're in the other room, so you didn't hear any of that.
Just absently
That's
talking to
very
himself.
touching.
She kind of goes, well, I mean, you hear about adventuring groups all over. Maybe that's what you guys need to do. She goes, there is a war. You could help with that, but that's a whole thing. So don't blame
There
you guys.
is a war on.
Yeah, I think if
that thing.
we were supposed to be part of the war, I think we would have been there already. I feel like our mission is adjacent to that.
She just goes, I'm not telling you to go to war.
I think we're the support team.
She goes, hey, I'm not saying you have to. I just meant you could. But she goes, sure. But, might be easier to recognize if you had a name.
I don't not like to divulge too much personal information, but I am allergic to conscription. It's a rare medical case. Very, very few people have
Right.
it.
That's why you went on a boat.
That I wanted to do that. It wasn't assigned to me.
She just goes, well, if you ever think of a name, let me know. It makes the paperwork much easier. she kind of goes back to what she's doing.
A name.
Just out of game, did we come up with a name or were we just dicking around?
That's fine. You
well,
can.
I thought that was decided, but
I didn't think it was fully decided, but I mean,
I
it
thought
doesn't
it
matter.
was-
You don't need it right away, anyways. I told you guys it was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, no.
Penguin, what do
I
you
sent out
remember
a
the name
general
for?
message asking if
yeah.
that was good, but there wasn't as much of a confirmation response from everyone, so
It was
we
only
didn't
like a couple people
we didn't
that said yes.
officially name it yet.
Yeah, I thought we were going with Team Dick Bag.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Not doing
No,
that. We were not
totally
doing
not.
that. We were not doing
no.
that.
No, it's better than that. I think it was,
No, I
what,
liked
team,
it. No,
Team
I
Double
thought
D,
I
Team DOD.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Dithers of Dismay.
Yes, did
That's what it
Double
was.
Ah, love
naming
it.
her team.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to be Ditherers of Dismay?
Well,
Sure.
you guys can
The
discuss
double
this
D's
after.
for short.
Don't have to
No,
do
Yeah,
this.
it's
that's
too
it.
late.
We're
We
discussing
discussed
now.
and we already.
In
Kane
We're
comes
done.
back down from having a nap and sitting down and goes, "So names."
Kane
Yeah,
felt
Dick
in the
Bag
ether
Hugger.
that there was naming happening.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I
Double
need to be a
Ds.
part of this.
A door slams open and Kane is like, "You better not be naming the team without me."
Dips,
I
dips,
came back
dips.
for one moment and only.
And I said, okay, that works.
Okay. Oh,
The
dog.
Ditherers of Dismay.
Ditherers of Dismay. That is our name.
You see Kalisa in the corner just going, "Alright." And like writing it down.
All right, I'm going back upstairs. Wait
All
me
right.
if you guys
night,
name
Kane.
something else super
night, Kane.
important.
Blessings
Good
upon you.
night. Sleep well.
Mhm.
Alright,
Love that.
so you guys
Alright.
finish eating up. It's probably getting about darker. You probably could check out the tavern unless you want to wait until it gets a bit later. Up to you.
I feel like I've earned myself some dino-shaped nuggies, so let's go to the tavern.
Alright.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
So
The
everyone's
no
going.
Big Mac, but Dino Nuggies. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Dino nuggies are fucking delicious.
So are Big Macs.
I'll just
I had
go
to
with
assemble
some
my own.
bread and water and
Well,
a little bit of wine. I'll be okay. But yeah, we should get there. I want to get there before he gets there. I want to have good layout of the place. I want to know what's going on before he gets there.
We have to have a good seat.
Yeah.
Look all ominous and like important when he comes in.
All right. So you guys head off to the tavern. Once again, it's kind of this two-story kind of building, kind of a little bit ramshackle. Kind of stepping in, it's kind of dimly lit, other than the light coming through the windows. But even then, the windows are kind of grimy, so there's not a whole lot of light. And there's already a decent amount of people in there. Small towns, people like to drink. You guys kind of find a table. Do you want to be like in the back? There's also kind of like an upper half floor that kind of looks down. To.
oh, always on the upper.
Of course.
VIP.
Exactly.
And when I
balcony.
walk in the door, I want to use my thaumaturgy to lower the lights to just barely dim. So my dark vision, I'll have advantage of anybody coming in. Like, no one will understand why. I'm just going to slightly do it. It's going to get even dimmer when we walk in.
All right.
The thing is, I was
Um,
literally about to use my dancing lights and make a halo above my head.
All right. So, 12.
On different planes. I'm
We
sorry.
really are.
I would like you to make a sleight of hand there, Joel,
Sleight of hand.
to do it without anybody noticing.
That'll work. 21.
Okay, as you step in, you kind of cast this. Everything kind of dims, and there's a moment you see the one bar like waitress kind of goes, "Oh, what the shit." And she starts walking over, like lighting them back up, like one by one, and you guys go and like sit at the top. She's like kind of bringing them back up. You can see her like grumbling to herself. While Atim just makes a halo, just to stand out more.
No, walks in.
All right. As you guys sit there, there is a moment after this bartender finishes kind of lighting up the bottom level, at least, comes back up to the top and kind of comes to you guys. Want anything?
Whiskey.
Can do.
Same for me, please.
I'll have some wine.
Fancy wine?
Ale from me.
I'll
Ale
also
from
take some
myself.
All right. She goes, well, we'll get there in a moment. And she kind of heads down, gives the order to the barkeep, and then comes back up, lighting all the candles at the top level, going through all of it.
As soon as she leaves, I'm going to use thaumaturgy again and bring them back down to a low
And
level.
you just hear like
They're
something
not off.
hit.
They're just really, really
Yeah.
low.
You hear like a cloth like hit a thing. She's like, for fuck's sakes, what the hell? She's like goes back and does it too. You just hear her more pissed off. This goes on for maybe about an hour, until you see more people kind of flooding in as the workday is kind of done. It's about maybe 5 p.m., 6 p.m. And yeah, you guys kind of looking around. I would like those that want to look out for this halfling fellow that you were told about to make a perception check. If that's everyone, you can all do it.
Okay, hopefully I didn't break anything. My like connection like broke for like a second there.
Oh no.
No, you're fine.
Would I have advantage since I know of Thistleback?
Make a history check first.
Don, fucking D&D Beyond kicked me out. That was weird.
Oh,
I had to relog back into everything.
Me too.
And I thought it was just because I had like
Me
backed
too.
away from my computer for a while.
Mm-mm.
No, I
they
think it
must have done
was-
an update or something
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, because I couldn't remember my password for the longest time.
Me
I had
either.
to figure out how to
why I was
sign
like-
in.
All right,
The last night
that's
I was working on my spells. Yeah.
a 9 for my history.
9. No, you would not.
Okay.
Unfortunately. All right. So. Nine. I have it open on my laptop. Anyways.
You won't suspicion at all.
Atheme, are you rolling in a perception as well?
sorry. Yes, I like, missed what was
Check it.
happening because my
Um,
connection broke. We're
gotcha.
looking for what's
So as people kind of flood in, yeah, you guys can kind of keep an eye out to see if you see
Perception check.
this. Yes, perception check. Yeah. All right. So you guys do have your drinks at this point. It doesn't take that long, maybe a little longer because she had to go back through all the lights again, and then the next time if you did it again, she just gave up.
Good. That was what I was hoping for. I was gonna
Yeah.
keep doing it until she gave up.
She just goes, something's fucking wrong with it. I'm done with it.
Candles are broken.
Candles are broken. Yeah, and you guys get all your wine and your whiskey and everything else. And yeah, as the kind of hour goes by, as people slowly kind of flood back in, you see a kind of larger group come in and sit down and kind of start ordering drinks and talking about the workday. You can see that they come like pretty much in worker clothes, like they came straight from work. You can see like wood chips on them as they were from the like wagon works. That's just like across the street. Yeah, Amdrus, Ataim probably would as well, and I think is that it, Joel? I think. Oh no, that's sleight of hand. Never mind. I would say yeah, Amdrus and Ataim, you guys kind of looking around, can see in one of these groups of workers, there's a couple halflings as well as kind of some humans kind of chatting up. And I would say Amdrus, because you rolled so high, you even can kind of hear them talking about not wanting to work late at night, and one of them is kind of just like, you're overreacting, and kind of making fun of them.
Okay.
So we'll say that Amdrus saw them, and I'm sitting next to him, and so he just like tapped me and was like, "That's those guys."
There we go. Yeah.
Because my character wouldn't know who they are.
I think that's them. I think there's them down there.
Nice.
I'll let everybody else.
Go. No, I'm just kidding.
I jump off the second floor. I'll let the rest of the table know. Mena, Jahol, and Zephyr. I'll let them all know that I think that table down there is the person we're looking for is down there with them.
Okay.
Can I get closer without rousing suspicion? I don't know if I need to make like a sneak or
that would be a stealth check, yes, if you'd like to.
Stealth. I want to get down and try to get closer and like listen in on their conversation a little bit before I like interject myself.
Wanted to know, just send them like 4 rounds of shots and wait 30 minutes, and then they won't even notice you.
That's a 16.
True.
That's a good idea.
Nice job, Mena.
And then they're more likely to drop a bunch of secrets that you want to know.
Yeah, I think we have a good position up here. We can watch them. Andres can go down and try to get a better listen on him, and then we'll get him drunk. I think that's a good plan. I like this plan.
All right.
Okay. I like it. So that was a 16.
Yes. So, yeah, you can kind of head down. Do you want to go like right up to her, or do you just want to like sit close by to listen, or stand?
I just want to sit. I want to sit close by, and listen and eavesdrop.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a table not far away that you can kind of sit with your back to them and kind of listening, and they don't seem to really notice you. All right. Are you guys sending drinks? Is that the plan, or are you walking over with drinks?
No. We're sending.
Just send them.
Okay.
And we're gonna tell them that it's from the Great One, and they'll have to figure out who it is.
Or maybe from their boss.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Well, you don't know who the boss is. Amdrus might, but Amdrus is currently gone.
The boss.
It's just from
the boss.
The general boss.
Is this from your assistant manager?
Yeah, you kind of say this, and the waitress kind of goes, any preference, or just whatever they have?
Whatever they want.
The strongest.
The strongest. Okay. Sure. Am I giving them a name? Am I saying
no?
Their boss? No? Okay. She kind of like looks at you guys oddly.
Do you know who their boss is?
A gift.
Just a gift. You can ask her.
Slip the waitress like a gold for her trouble too.
Oh yeah, can do.
Yeah, you kind of slip her gold, and she goes, appreciate it. And she kind of puts it away. Do you ask Mena if she knows the boss?
Do you know who their boss is at their workplace?
She kind of looks down. She goes, yeah, they're here a lot. They work in Fellorns, the wagon workers across the street.
Oh, what's their boss's name? Say they're from their boss. We're from corporate.
She kind of looks and goes,
corporate.
It's a family-run business, but sure, I guess I can do that.
We're like the oldest people living in that family.
Friends of the family.
Yeah.
It's from Friends of the Family.
I hand her one more gold just so she stops doubting us.
And she does. She goes, good enough. But she just like walks away. She goes, I'll let you know how much it is whenever you decide to stop. And she walks off. Amdrus, as you kind of sit there for a bit listening in, you can hear them just talking about work and whatever. Nothing really that interesting. When you see the waitress kind of come up with a kind of like plate of different drinks, kind of dropping them, and she just goes, "From your boss." She goes, "Or a family friend of the boss, even." And she just puts it down. She goes, and they kind of like look at her and look at the drinks and go, "What?" She goes, "Just take the damn drinks." She just walks away. And you can see that they start to kind of look around, kind of very confused. But at this point, it's pretty busy. They don't really see you guys. And now that especially because it's dim,
Nice job, Coco.
yeah, they don't really notice you staring at them.
As they're looking around, I'll turn my seat. I'll like turn around in my seat and go, "You boys like those drinks, do ya?"
They kind of like, as they're drinking, turn around and go, "This from you?"
This you?
Just you.
It's
Our
from
boss?
not necessarily from me, but from an organization I represent. We're here for information. I'm hoping maybe you boys can help us out a little bit.
They all kind of like look at each other and look back at you. Go, "Don't you live here?"
You're getting in the weeds, boys. You're getting in the weeds. Getting caught up in the details. I'm here to offer you a fabulous. I'm here to give you a fabulous offer. You provide me with some information, a little bit of help on a contract I have, and I'd be more than happy to make it worth your while. These drinks are just the start.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'll also roll performance.
I love this.
Oh, I can't see it. That's a 16.
16? Okay. They kind of look at you kind of confused, and they just kind of go, "Whatever, sure. There's more drinks in it, why not?" And they kind of scoot over and say, "You're more than welcome to sit down."
Thank you, lads. Thank you so much. I appreciate the invitation. I am a little curious. So sorry. And the reason these drinks are purchased, I overheard you lads talking about not wanting to work the late shift. I'm wondering why that is exactly.
They kind of like clue in at there, and they go, "Oh," and they turn to one of the halflings that looks up to you and goes, "'Cause there's fucking like bandits or something around? I don't fucking know."
Bandits.
Spicy.
Here we go. Here we go.
See, I'd heard about some cloaked figures hiding out in the outskirts of town late at night. Seen them just once for myself, but if you boys can give me a little bit more information.
As you say that, he goes, kind of looks towards one of the other kind of humans that are sitting there, and he goes, "See, other people fucking see it too." But the guy's like, "Hey, look, I've never seen them. I figured you were overacting." He's like, "Ah, shut up." And like kind of waves him off.
Listen, I'm here to believe you. Your story rings true, mate. Seen it myself. Me and my friends have, and so I am curious. When was the last time you saw them?
Maybe 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Now, does that sync up with when we came in?
That does, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So far, your information checks out, and I'm gonna open up like a little book and just start scribbling in it.
Not even actually writing.
No. I'm gonna write down just like short words and like 2 nights.
Bandits. 2 nights ago.
Bandits. Yeah. Just short scribbles like right.
So like
right.
D&D notes, where you'll look back and be like, "What?"
Just, like, tiny frog tuxedo. What the fuck was I talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. He goes, "Yeah, like 2 nights ago, I was working late and saw some people walking around town. Freaked me out. I don't know what the fuck was going on."
Were you able to get a good look at them, or like what they were wearing at all?
He goes, "Not really. It's dark. I'm a halfling. Can't see much in dark."
Right. No, of course, halflings
cloaked.
can't see.
I like this halfling. Can we invite them to the party?
He just kind of
trying to adopt everybody.
just anyone from bears to halflings. And he just kind of goes, "I mean, look, there was a few that I saw. They were heading through the center of town.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I think I recognized one of them. It looked like they were wearing a mask, but one of them wasn't. He was putting on a cloak.
Right, and who do you think that was? In your best
He goes,
guess.
I mean, fucking, I don't know. It could be the owner of the storage. It kind of looked like him. Similar kind of facial hair.
Owner of storage.
And
All right.
you would know that as Mr. Bethender, who owns
All that?
Bethendur, who owns Bethender's storage.
Betheu?
En.
Oh, En.
Dur. Bethender.
That's what it was. Bethender. Okay. Owner of storage.
He goes,
Okay.
look, I have no idea if it actually was him, but kind of looked like him.
Were they heading from the storage out of town, or were they coming from a different direction?
He goes, I mean, I don't know if they came from the storage, but they were heading the opposite direction. He kind of points out the window, kind of in the same direction you guys did see them leave when you left, when you came into town.
Oh, that's all wonderful and good news. Is there anything else, any other details that you might be able to think of that maybe I haven't asked the right question for?
He kind of like thinks. He goes, they seemed rushed. I don't know.
In a hurry. Got it. In a hurry. Bethender storage.
If these drinks are for you, can we get another round?
You know what, boys? I'll do you one better. Dinner's on us tonight.
Oh, perfect. And they go, sweet, I'm getting the most expensive drink. And he immediately gets up and walks away.
Enjoy, boys.
All right. And you can
Apparently
see.
now we're paying for all this information, Firechild.
It's all right. I'm.
I gave up on my goal to bring Cain back to life. Y'all can put this though.
This is on you guys.
I mean, we're gonna do that anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Then don't be mad like I came up with this plan by myself.
So now instead of 4 rounds, instead of 4
those
rounds,
people
it's
left
1
town,
round
though.
and dinner.
Right, well,
did they ever come back?
Oh, they went to the
Oh.
bar. Like, was ordering.
No.
more
I'm
stuff.
talking about. I'm
Instead of
talking
the
about.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Mr. Bethender or whatever.
I will run
That's-
back.
That's the
I will
only
run-
question that I have.
I will run back downstairs after conveying all this information to the group. I will like just sprint downstairs and be like, sorry, one last question. Did you see them returning or just leave?
You can see him like chugging a drink and just kind of goes, "No, I went home."
And sorry, one more question that I just thought of. Have you seen Mr. Bethender since?
No, I haven't been up there though. I haven't looked.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your meals tonight.
Oh, we will.
I
You can
think
see
we
them all
should,
cheering.
sorry.
No.
We should head to the Bethender storage. I think that should be our first stop.
Kind of late in the evening, isn't it?
When the bandits are out.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like,
It's like 6 o'clock or
Wouldn't-
whatever.
wouldn't it be better to?
Cut them
if
off
they're up-
where they start
if
instead of
they're
going to
up
look
to-
for them.
Yeah,
with
if they're
Coco
up
on
to
the-
no
oh,
good, we
sorry.
know where they're at.
Cool.
We know that they're probably about to be active because evening is coming. I'd rather stop them now than let them hurt another innocent person, or whatever
Figure out
they're
what
doing.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So we're all in agreement. We're gonna go out and see what Bethender is up to. Yes.
Should we grab Cain?
Oh yeah, we need to go get Cain.
I knew we were forgetting something.
Forgetting something. Yeah, we were forgetting something.
I'm just trying to play nice.
I think he's resting.
Let the man sleep. He just got brought back from the dead a few hours ago.
See how he feels.
Literally.
Well, we'll go ask his permission. Yeah.
He's been resting long enough to get a full rest, though, right? At this point, or no?
I would say no. At this point, it would
No,
only be a
this is
couple
the
hours.
same day.
Yeah.
Well,
He
I
would-
guess
he
we
would
should
need to,
give
like,
Cain
rest
the
overnight.
option to see if at least he wants to go or if he wants to.
We shouldn't
to
let
stay.
him come with. We should just let him know that we're going to go get into some mischief.
It feels like we should ask.
We're
him.
information gathering.
Yeah.
Let's ask him. Tell him our plans. See if he'd like to come with, and if he'd much rather prefer stay and sleep, which I think we all agree he should. Cain. The man
Can
is.
we
The
heal
man is.
Cain?
Cain, I think, is healed, but his stats won't decrease
I
by
mean,
anything we can do.
he's technically at 1 hit point. Which, I mean, you would have a short rest, so if you want to use hit die, you're more than welcome to. Unless you plan on just staying there the whole night.
Well,
That's
now
up
this
to
is
you.
a good.
Up to you.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna call it a short rest. We're gonna use our second wind and everything.
Oh.
We're gonna burn it all.
Well, you know, I have all my spell slots. Why don't I use Healing Word on? If you want to go out, I can use Healing Word on you. I mean,
You're
we
there
might not
now
be-
talking to him.
Oh,
Well,
fast travel back to the temple.
Yeah,
fast
as you
travel back
guys-
to the temple.
Back to the inn. But yeah, you guys kind of head back into the inn to check all your
So
ridiculously
as I
high
leave,
passives.
as I leave the bar too,
Mhm.
I use my thaumaturgy to get the lights all back to normal and stuff. So it's back to normal as I leave.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that. But yeah.
Okay. Sure. As you guys are kind of leaving, she kind of or getting ready to leave, the bartender kind of comes up and goes, "So it's gonna be 10 gold."
Perfect, got it.
Amdrus,
I'm sorry. No, I gave all my gold to bring Cain back to life. You guys got this.
I thought we were only 50 short that time we went to go save Cain, and we only all had to
How
give 7 gold.
spooky.
How did you give all your golds if the split was like 7 golds each?
Did you give 7 gold? Because I gave the full 49 gold I had.
You didn't have to.
Oh,
If we're talking
That
about
was the
wasting gold, I still spent gold on a bear harness, Mena, and you're nickeling, diming now.
I love that.
He's saying I spent
Yeah.
all my gold bringing Cain back when we pretty much had all bring Cain back, and the split between
Yeah, no one should have spent gold on
you
Cain.
shouldn't have spent $50 for Cain.
Yeah,
Oh, I
don't-
did.
Oh.
No, because
You willingly use that as part of your
you were-
offering.
no.
You
No.
offered it.
That was
Did you offer
before.
gold that?
That was before.
Because I think you did say that you were going to, but we held because we got gold from the quests that we
Permission,
finished.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when-
I'm looking
and
at the
extra.
accounting here. I didn't use
So,
your
yeah.
50. I didn't use your gold. I used
Yeah.
I had-
what?
Oh, then I need to put 49 gold back into my
Yeah.
wallet. I can
You-
do
yeah,
that.
Now
Yeah,
I
you can
trust
put
you.
39.
Yeah,
We
you were
originally
$39
thought,
in there.
but we
You
got
can
enough
put
money
their
from
dinner
everything we
bill.
sold.
Yeah.
Through all the
Yeah.
fancy drinks and the food that they ordered, yeah, it's 10 gold plus your drinks.
All right, fuck it. Then I'll just put 39 gold into my
Okay.
equipment.
Yeah.
Just make that easy.
Okay, that's fine. I was
Um,
like, I was paying for it. That's fine.
I mean, you want to go halfsies?
Cool.
All right, there you go. 5 gold from each of us.
big spenders.
I'm a little light. I just bought all these diamonds.
Sure, sure.
What? Just covered in time.
Sorry, guys, I'm broke. Just covered in the drip.
Covered in diamonds.
Iced out to fuck.
So as you leave and you use thaumaturgy to bring out the lights back, you hear the waiter go like, "What the fuck is going on?" Just like absently in the back as you walk forward or walk out of the.
Did there is it just
tavern.
me?
As you guys kind of walk into the inn and start walking up, you can start heading to Cain, though Mena, Joe, and Etim, you all hear over here, and Zephyr if you choose to be listening for people. But with the high passives, you were able to hear some people sitting eating for the supper, talking about creatures they saw outside of town the other night, and how it's getting more dangerous, and the war seems to be affecting the lands.
Oh, here we go. He's
I wanna
roping us
walk-
into the war.
I want to walk. I know.
No.
I'm gonna walk right over to the. I'm gonna walk right over to the table.
Okay, you walk up,
and
and
yeah,
they're like
sorry, I
talking,
didn't-
and they like stop mid like eating and talking, and go, "Hi,
sorry to. Oh, I don't mean to interrupt your meal. I just overheard what you were saying about some creatures outside of town. Me and my group, we kind of specialize in dealing with stuff like that, and maybe we can be of assistance.
They go, oh, yeah, the other night we saw terrifying, like, serpent-like creatures moving around town.
What
or
part
outside
of
of town. Just outside, and they kind of point, kind of on the, like, east side. They go, we live on the outskirts in one of the farms close by, and we were talking about how we were wandering around late at night, kind of doing some last-minute farming and getting ready for the next day, and we saw something moving. It was large and hunched. It seemed to have like a gold face and like a black body.
Interesting. You've never seen anything like that before?
They kind of look at you like, no, it freaked us out. We ran back in immediately, and we tried to look if we could see where it went, and it just vanished because there was two of them. And then one goes, well, okay, it might not have been slithering. We don't really know. Maybe it was 2 feet. It was dark, but
that's okay. That sounds scary. I understand.
And one thing goes, you know, I think they were looking for victims. You know, monsters tend to look for weak ones, and I know some people have gone missing recently.
I haven't heard anything about that.
So yeah, I think a little boy went missing. They're kind of talking just like, it was 2 days ago? 3 days ago? I heard something about it.
Interesting.
She goes, I
Where'd you
think
hear
it's...
this from?
She goes, well, we were walking through town. We were getting some stuff kind of at the general store, and we heard some people walking by that mentioned, I think they were younger. Not sure who they were, but she goes, if you are monster slayers, you should really look out. Because I know with the war and everything, bandits are more active. I think monsters are too.
All right, well,
I heard someone died the other day, and they start like talking about more about gossip and just being like, you know, it's dangerous times to be had.
It is. You're right. Is there anything else you can think of that, you know, would help us at all, or?
They kind of start thinking, well, I think we saw them west of town, maybe heading towards the hills outside out of town.
Those were the bandits, right? Bandits heading west? Or was
No,
that the
creatures?
The creatures were heading
Yes.
west. Okay.
We haven't seen them since, though. So
All right.
hopefully they move, but I'm sure if you talk to the constable, he might be willing to pay for monster hunters. I know he did with bandits a handful of days ago.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your information, and I'm so sorry to disturb you. Bless you all, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
And they kind of wave you off and say, Peller's blessing to you too. Everyone else, did you guys wait, or did you just head back up?
I waited. I listened.
Okay.
Waited.
I probably went back up.
Okay, Sam just kept on going.
I think we should. I would just go back up, go meet with the rest of the group, and explain to them, tell them what I just learned.
Yeah, it seemed like Mena and Zephyr were like kind of not far off, just listening.
Okay.
What do you guys say?
I think.
Question.
Did we go pick up Cain yet, or no?
No,
Is
that
Cain's-
was on.
That's where you were going.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
kept on going as everyone else kind of stopped, and you went up to Cain. So as they're discussing, Etienne, did you stay or did you go with Amdrus?
I went with Amdrus.
Amdrus?
After
Okay.
overhearing and then seeing that Jeho went over to talk with him and Mena was staying. So
Okay.
I just kind of went up. It was just
Okay.
like, I'll hear back from them.
Okay, so as you guys kind of head up to the third floor, finding you guys' room, you see
I have a
Cain
question.
resting. Yes.
These creatures that were going west, is that the same way the bandits are going?
It seems like it.
Well, I think that table was watching too much Fox News.
Oh my gosh.
I think they're the same thing. I don't know. What does everyone else think?
So I apologize. I could have moved you to the town map. My bad.
All right, so do we
Possibly.
still want to stick with our plan of going and checking out the storage first?
Well, how far was this like village or farm that they were at? 'Cause if they're in the same area,
They said just
Might
the
have just-
outside of town.
Yeah, the east side.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
and where
And
is this?
where's
what
the
number
storage
is
at?
Yeah.
Storage is 20, so all the way on the other side here.
So same area basically.
No, opposite.
Opposite.
The opposite.
I may have
So
said west
from
by
the-
accident, but it was east. They saw the bandits on the east
Yeah,
side,
you said east side.
and then
You didn't necessarily specify where the
okay.
other thing was. The number 20
Oh
at
yeah.
the time.
Yeah, let's go hang out at the storage shack and
So Atim and
but-
Amdrus, you guys.
It's early evening-ish still, right?
Yeah, it's still it's like 7, 6 or 7 ish.
have a picnic. Can we pack for a picnic and go out there and sit and just watch?
Picnic stakeout. But as you guys get to your room, you see Cain kind of resting, taking it easy.
Just gonna knock on the door like, "Hello, sleepyhead. Are you in here?" Just
That I
just
am.
real gently.
Throw the door open with my thaumaturgy. I don't care. This is.
You're not here. You're
This
you're
is too
talking.
good.
You're
This is
talking
okay.
to people downstairs.
Yeah, this is
No,
why
no,
you guys
no,
were
no.
talking.
Then
No, this is
I
happening at
will,
the same time that you
Oh.
guys are talking.
I'll
Okay.
throw the door open with my thumb-aturgy.
All right. Just.
Ah!
Feisty.
Cain, not that we're
Ambrose.
expecting. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, not that we're expecting you to,
Of course.
but we're going to go do a little bit of a stakeout over at the
Understandable.
storage facility. Would you care to join us, or would you rather take the night off and rest?
What's happening over there? Why are we staking that out?
We're literally just gonna
Yeah,
go
but-
see. We're literally just gonna go see if an old man is being creepy.
Old man being creepy.
Mm.
Give me but a moment. I must
Understatement.
I must don my armor.
You don't have to, Cain. You can
No,
just relax.
I'm already sold. I must
He must take care
I
of it.
think you should
take care
rest
of this.
because I can take care of it in your place.
You're not here.
Like the
You're not-
last. I thought we all went up there after we talked to that table.
Yeah,
This
this
is happening
is
at the
happening
same
during
time.
the same as
At the
Oh.
same time that you guys are talking
You,
to the table.
you guys went to go talk to the table, and me and Atain went upstairs to go grab Cain.
Yes.
Oh
Or
my
at least to
God.
let him know that this was happening.
Yeah.
And it is going to happen, with or without me, but most certainly with.
Okay.
Right. Cool.
Well, put on your
That's to
pants.
be expected.
Yes, I must. I can't stand old people being creepy.
I don't really think you can stand regardless
Well,
at this
worry
moment.
not.
But we are here to help you.
excellent.
So as Cain is donning his armor, it kind of gives enough time for the conversation to finish, and the rest of you guys can head up, kind of catching up, seeing Cain getting ready with armor, raring to go. Still moving still kind of slow, but as much energy as someone has that just came back from the dead like half a day ago.
Then I'll cast Healing Word on him since he is going.
Oh, I'm good for just use those healing words when I eventually get hit, which is going to be often, I assume.
You don't want. I mean, you're at 1 hit point right now, aren't you?
I think
No.
he healed
I
him.
took a short rest and then I used my second wind to get the rest of it up. So
Okay, then I'll hold out
We'll
then.
hold. We'll hold.
So what are your hit points at?
mine 20.
Yeah, max.
Okay.
I think. Is that max?
Yeah, 20's max.
Okay. So,
All right.
as you guys finish getting ready, grabbing everything on, you guys are heading to the storage?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So as you kind of head over there, all the way kind of across town, it is getting a little dark at this point. And you can see at the kind of top of the hill, on the far side of town, you see a large kind of building that looks like kind of it was 4 buildings that kind of were kind of built together.
Lean-toed.
Yes. Well built. Kind of a warehouse looking kind of place. You can see the ground is raked with gravel. And you can see a sign that says Bethender's storage and renting space. You can see that it has like a little, like the bigger kind of sign, and then underneath it says whether it's 10 days, month, or a year. And then you can see, as walking up, you see a tall, kind of slender man.
Slenderman?
Kill him.
No. Slender man. Kind of, it looks like he is cleaning off something that was on the wall, and kind of turned, smiling to you guys, and kind of says, good evening. Can I help you?
Are you a creeper?
No. Are you?
Are you sure?
Oh,
they're not
mystery
very
solved.
Certain, yes.
They're not talking about me in town.
And are they talking about me?
Yeah, they're saying you're a creeper and you're looking for victims and you kidnapped a boy.
He kind of like looks surprised and goes,
Oh my god.
Did you
I'm-
just
I'm
drop
sorry?
our whole fucking bag? Did you just drop all of our secrets?
he just kind of goes,
We have
I'm
secrets?
sorry?
Any leverage we had or information, you were just like, did you know
First
the
of all, I thought we
FBI
were
is
staking out. I
investigating
didn't
you?
know we were
Yeah.
gonna go talk to him.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought we were staking out outside. That's why I didn't say nothing.
Well, if he saw us, why wouldn't we say anything? We're just gonna sit there and pretend we're still hiding?
Don't worry, we're not the FBI. We're not here to spy on you. It's fine.
So he sees us and we're just like,
Stop.
Well, he just saw you guys kind of walking up. You could have walked away or the other way, start talking, and
Well,
that's fine.
we're here now.
You're
Let's fucking go.
We're here
We're
now.
Let's go. Amdrus is just gonna look baffled, like, and walk away. Just gonna like
Just walk off.
Okay.
And just walks away. And he goes,
I'm gonna go with Amdrus.
okay. He just kind of looks at you, Mena, and goes, I'm sorry. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. This is wildly confusing that you just, someone I've never seen in town just comes up to me saying this.
Well, we've never seen you in town there, sir. And why might that be?
He kind of looks at you and goes, I don't know. Sir. You tell me. Who am I speaking to right now?
Yeah, you would like to know. I'm the one asking the questions around here, and this short Mena-like character as well. That's right, you're talking to Mena and Cain. What's your name? Why are you being so creepy?
So,
Zephyr is just gonna start slowly backing up.
I know.
Just
me and
also
Zephyr
like,
slowly
no.
I was told there's a creepy man. Mena said that this man is the creepy man, therefore this man's the creepy. I've been so disconnected from the world, both literally and figuratively.
So as Etienne and Zephyr just slowly start backing up, you guys see from around the corner, you see kind of a large, kind of burly man kind of walk up and go, what is going on here? And he goes, all right, you have one chance before I kick you off my property and get the constable. Let's start this again. Who are
This
you?
goes straight
and
to
why?
the top.
Are you here?
We're the Dalliers of Dismay. That's what I feel like.
Dithers.
Dither.
I was
He's
at 1
intentionally
HP.
We're gonna have so many
intentional.
different names.
And
I love that. That's perfect.
we're here to investigate strange goings on. And
go.
you, sir, fit the description.
He kind of like looks you both up and goes, well, if I had to say anything was disturbing and being weird, currently I would say it's you. And he kind of
How
snaps his
dare
finger,
you.
and you can see two
Hold
more
on, bad
larger, kind of burlier mans walk up, and he goes, now, if you do not
I would
leave,
like to
I will
seduce a burly
forcefully.
man.
What are you doing? How are you trying to do that? As they both kind of like stand behind him, looking down at you guys.
Nat 20, baby. Nat
The
20.
one with the most personal insecurities, I'd like to wink at.
Make an insight check.
Yeah, who's the funniest one? Because like I'll try to appeal to his sense of humor.
They don't seem to be joyfully
An
humorous
insight
people.
check?
Insight,
Yeah.
yes.
Which one is filled with the most
Nine.
insecurity?
You have no idea. They look
Well, the one farthest to the left.
okay. So you kind of
My left
wink
or
at
your
him,
left?
and he just looks
Are we
at you.
facing the same way, or are you standing next to the other guy?
Oh, I thought we were buddy cops, like back to back.
Yeah, so now I realize that I can't be bad cop because you just went in super
Oh.
hot. Totally bad cop.
Sorry, I thought it was bad cop and worse cop.
Neither of you are cops.
I'd say you're both worse, really, but
Um,
Mhm.
make
All right, okay.
so Mena, as you wink at one of them, make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I can't see.
A 6. Yeah, they just kind of look at you and go, well, I think at this point, conversation is done. Get them out. And they both go move to you and start pushing you guys off of the property. These kind of larger, kind of what seems to be like hired workers that also count as bodyguards at this current moment. And he starts just walking away. And they,
Okay, so we
they
just-
begin
now
shoving you
let's
out
go
of
in
the way.
opposite direction of everybody else, and everybody else can hopefully be hiding at this point.
Well,
we were distraction.
Yeah, we're the distraction.
Amdrus, Droll, and Zephyr, that team, you guys all kind of left.
I fully like backed out the building.
my gut instinct is I want to go get the constable. I feel like we're overstepping on some toes as well, and that other dude threatened the constable. I want to get him involved in this. So
Well, he said he
while
would
that's
call
going-
the constable.
Well, I'm gonna call it for him. I want to
Okay,
walk and go
sure.
get the constable and
So
bring.
you're
him
heading
in
towards 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael?
Atim, Zephyr?
Taking a stroll.
I'll let them know because they're they left. Somebody
all
left
just
with
left.
me. Yeah,
I'll
I'm
just
gonna
kind
let
of-
them know as I left. I'm gonna go get the constable. This is escalating, and I don't want to cause a murder in the middle of town.
It's appreciated you don't murder anybody in my hometown.
I only murder in self-defense.
We weren't murdering. We were just asking if he was a creeper so that you guys
Yeah,
could
we're
get
asking
up.
asking direct questions. You know, was this guy lying?
Bold.
I feel
Definitely could have probably waited to get a little bit more insight before laying anything down.
Maybe.
Possibly.
But
Kinda
Amdrus,
what I was thinking.
I
Well, now what if he's thinking like before the constable shows up, like, oh my gosh, I gotta get rid of the body of this little boy, or I've gotta hide this kid I have in a cage.
all right.
He's
So
gonna be worried and he's gonna do creepy stuff that
These
we
are-
can witness.
yeah.
these
So
are leaps.
as this is all happening, Joel leaves to go to the constable. What are the rest of you guys doing? Except for Amdrus, Atim, what are you guys doing?
Is it possible? I don't know. Did he see everybody? Like all
Well,
of us?
he saw you guys, and then two of
Saw
them
us
went
come up.
very intense, and
Two
then
of us
just
went
left.
Well,
Crazy. The
I'm
rest of us kind of
wondering if-
walked away. So
I'm
we could
wondering if-
be like not necessarily in party, but like people that were also walking up towards the thing, and then we were like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to be here right now."
Straight up
Well, I'm
Homer
wondering
into
it-
the bush, just
Personally, I went to the nearest tree and just kind of sat and relaxed.
Sure. Make a stealth check.
There-
Say-
there-
I was also gonna see if I can make a stealth check to see if we can like sneak on like the backside and see if we can find anything.
Sure. Andrus, are
kinda
you also
no,
doing
I
that
was
then?
just literally walking away.
Nail
I'm-
this fool.
I'm just gonna like
Back
I'm
and,
just gonna stand in front of like Cain and Mena and be like, now, this is not the time to be accusing good standing members of the community of stealing little boys out of the blue. Maybe this is something we should.
So, as they're
Who-
being shoved off of the property and like
Who
forcibly
are you?
removed, are you just walking
Don't
up?
get into this situation. We've got this handled, whoever you are. How
Sir,
dare you?
Sir,
Make
I'm
a
gonna have to
deception
ask
check with disadvantage.
But you know,
Oh,
I'm
this-
a princess, and you need to stop manhandling me.
He just picks you up and just walks.
Oh my gosh.
3.
A natural one. You start yelling this, and they look at you, Amdrus, and go, "Are you here to cause trouble too? Because you will be
I'm-
removed.
I'm Mr.
And if not,
Mr.
take your
Listen,
damn friends. These
Miss-
the
Miss-
I'm gonna
Valenthar.
say if Zephyr's in the back of the building digging around being stealthy, it would
Uh,
probably
you
cause
cannot
more
at the current
distraction.
moment, Mena. Just give us a second.
Oh.
So, the Valenthar has left. He just walked away and sent his 3 bodyguards, pushing the rest of them out.
Oh, there's 3
Um,
of them. Well, we
there's
can
3 of
take
them.
them.
Let's do it.
No,
Um,
no.
Oh my god.
And they start
Nope.
as they just kind of like throw you off of the property with Amdrus there. Zephyr, did you make a stealth check as well? Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Atim,
14.
did you?
I wasn't trying to be stealthy. I literally just walked
Oh,
away,
you just
went
walked
to
away.
a near tree, and just sat.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
looking around in the
Zephyr.
back to see if I can find something.
Okay, you kind of slip around while this is happening. And they kind of just look at you, Amdrus, and go, "Are you going to take your friends, or are we also moving you?"
I'm standing with my back to them, my front facing towards that team and Cain and Mena, and just be like, no, we're okay. I got them. We're all just gonna take 5 steps off the property.
Oh, you
And
guys are off the
regroup.
property. They shoved you guys off.
We're gonna take five steps further. We're gonna get a little bit further out and we're just gonna regroup and figure out what our next move is, because we didn't even figure out what our first one was.
Okay,
I thought
and
this was a
they
strong
just
first
stand
move.
there and just watch as you guys like leave, and they just watch you intently.
I guess the 3 of us are just standing outside, like looking back at them, like a West Side Stories face
Oh,
off.
you never went in the building. This was all
No,
outside
no, no.
the building.
No, I know. But as we're outside and we're all, you said they're staring at us intently,
Yeah,
right?
they're just watching
Yeah.
you guys.
So we're standing outside, like staring back at them, staring at us.
I would like to stare intently back.
Okay. You guys have a staring contest. Zephyr, we'll jump to you as Atim is kind of off to the side, sitting at a tree, just seeing all that go down. Zephyr, you snuck around to the back, kind of around the hill. You can see many doors that kind of lead into what you would presume being a storage place, into kind of storages. And you can see another kind of look like hired hand that's kind of cleaning what seems to be like the doors and stuff. Hasn't seemed to notice you as you've kind of stealthed around. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna kind of like peek around, walk around a little bit, check to see if I can open up anything without making any noise. I'm staying on the back side of this hired hand so that way, hopefully they don't see me.
Okay, you
Trying
kind
to
of
be quiet.
quietly walk up. Kind of trying some of these doors, they are locked. And you kind of, as he's kind of looks the other way, kind of, it looks at one point he kind of walks around the corner to see what was going on, and you kind of try a couple of more doors. They all seem to be locked.
Can I break any of the locks without making a bunch of noise?
Without making noise, probably not. They seem to have kind of hefty locks on them.
Is there anything else in the area than just these doors?
This is kind of the only building. It's kind of off at the end. There's a house that's kind of down a bit from the hill, but this is kind of the only like large home that's on top of this hill here, with like multiple doors.
Um. I want to go to like the far side and see if I can open up one of the doors and try to just see what could possibly be behind some of these storages. I choose the far one because I'm trying to like still be a little stealthy.
Okay. So you can see that as you're kind of trying these doors, you can see that the hired hand kind of walks around, kind of back around, and you hide for a moment, see if you have a moment. Roll another stealth check, please.
Jeez. 18.
Okay. So you are you just trying more of the doors on like kind of the back?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of try a couple more doors. They all seem to be locked. They're all kind of the similar built, large lock on them.
What kind of lock is it?
It seems to be built into the door. It's kind of like an iron, not a full iron door, but like a reinforced kind of wooden door. But it seems to be like a lock that's like built in. You could try breaking like the handle off and seeing if you can, or break the door in, but it would make a lot of noise.
Can I like burn it? Like cut out like a hole or something? Use like fire to burn it?
Well,
Check
it
the
is
hole again.
wooden, so it's not going to like burn a hole. It would probably set the door on fire if you tried.
Oh, it's okay.
It's like a
I didn't know
reinforced
it
like
would.
wooden door, yeah.
No, I'll just leave. I'm getting too nervous.
Okay.
I don't want to cause too much problems,
Sure.
but I'm gonna go back where I came from, like just kind of sneak back around and try to go see if I can find the party, so I can let them know like all the doors are locked.
Sure.
Just kind of tell them what I saw.
Okay. Make one more stealth check as you attempt to leave.
19.
19. Okay.
Good.
He
I was
wants
a
to
little-
try to catch you so bad.
so worried you were gonna get caught at the end.
Okay, I got
Every time you make a significant move, you have to make another one. So yeah, you kind of standing behind you kind of walk around the corner, and you can see these three other men that are just kind of watching Mena, Cain, and Amdrus off, just kind of down the hill a bit. And you kind of sneak down the opposite way and kind of make a wide berth until you see Atiim kind of sitting next to a tree. And yeah. With that, we'll jump to Joel as you head to the constable's place.
Mhm.
You can find him in his usual office, stacked with like papers and counting coins and writing things, still looking as exhausted as ever. And he kind of looks up and goes, "Good day."
Good day, sir. Bit of an issue. I mean, you're pretty well versed with our group by now. I mean, we're adventurers, but we've been following these leads. We were talking with Stanner Thistlehead, and he's kind of been telling us about several things going on. There's some monsters in the east, as well as possible bandits in town, and we were investigating bandits over at the storage, and things are getting heated. I think you need to come and help us out. There were some bodyguards, and I am afraid a fight's about ready to break out.
He kind of like goes at Valentar. Okay. He kind of puts down. He like takes off his like reading glasses and gets up and goes, all right. Do we need more people? Here, just start heading there. I'll meet you there. And he heads out and goes like immediately to another one of the buildings, like one of the 4 buildings that are kind of around that area.
Perfect. So I'll just head back to the storage.
Okay. It's not long after, as you're kind of heading over, you see him and 2 other kind of his deputies that you would kind of know, or you have seen, kind of catching up with you. And goes, as you guys are kind of walking on your way there, and he catches up and goes, right, so what is happening? Can you recount what's happened?
Okay, so we were going up there. We probably need to communicate as a group a little bit more about our intentions, because we were going up there, most of us thought, just to kind of survey the storage, because there are rumors that they could be involved with the bandit situation. So we were going up there, but our boisterous little Mena decided to kind of let them know our whole thought process, and it
Oh,
escalated
there's gonna
really
be a man
quickly.
standing there.
It just escalated really quickly, and I got worried that we were overstepping your jurisdiction, I suppose. So now they know that we think that they're probably bandits, and they may or may not have children locked in cages in the storage unit. So
you can see this
that-
just seems so wild to him, and he goes, I know Arago. He's been in town for a long time. He's not a bandit. He doesn't capture kids. I'm so confused to where you guys got
We
this
don't
information.
know that.
I have to disagree with you,
don't.
sir, because monsters hide in plain sight. Monsters hide in plain
I
sight.
guess, but considering he's been in town for, if not longer than I have.
The
Sir,
perfect cover story.
Fowler has put me on a journey, and my path has always led me in the right direction. And he's put me here in this position because something is up in this storage area, and something is up in this town, and I'm here to help.
Okay.
That's just it.
All right. You have done good, so I will see what's happening at least. But this seems
Thank you.
wildly confusing and completely. And he just kind of stops and keeps on walking.
Hey,
with
this
you.
isn't the world I created. I don't know. I'm just living in it.
The trailer's world.
As you guys kind of start heading back, everyone else, Etienne, Zephyr, you're at a tree. The rest of them are just having a staring contest with the other 3 bodyguards.
Mhm.
What exactly are you guys doing? Is you just keeping that?
I'm just watching.
I'm just trying
I
to
tell-
keep. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I tell Etienne what I saw, and I have like a gut feeling that there's something else that's hiding. All the storage units are locked, and I couldn't budge any of them without
they
making
would be.
any noise. But I don't know. I feel like there's something else going on, but I don't know.
Well, as townspeople, I guess, store their things here, they would be locked. However, as things have widely spiraled out of control, I think the best thing we could do is just watch and let the situation kind of.
Yeah, I don't want to do
De-escalate.
anything. I
Yeah.
just thought I'd let you know.
No, you're good.
All right. Very awkward, intense time passes as Joel eventually comes up with the constable and 2 deputies. As he kind of walks up, seeing Amdrus, Cain, and Mena having a staring contest with 3 of the hired hands here, he kind of goes,
making sure that they don't go anywhere.
yeah. He kind of walks up and just goes, Amdrus, what the hell is going on?
Constable, I swear to God, this was not my intention when we got here this evening.
Color me surprised. He kind of looks at one of the men and he goes, can you go get Aurora, please? You go, kind of like looks at the constable and then looks at you guys and just goes, be back, and just heads into the building through kind of the main
Constable's
entrance.
in on it.
I don't think the constable's in on it.
He goes, I'm
Okay.
not in on it. This sounds ridiculous.
He said right next to the constable.
Yes, he's right there.
He's defending a probable villain. Watch him.
Ergo kind of, with his guard, kind of steps out a moment later, kind of walking up, and he goes, Constable, good to see you. These guys are making a complete ass of themselves and making a complete scene in my shop. Literally out of nowhere. And he kind of just goes, look, I don't know what the hell is with you guys, or what the hell is going on here. This one kind of points to Joel. He goes, out of anyone, I may trust him the most out of this group. He says there seems to be some suspicion of you being with bandits and capturing a child. And you can see Eric goes, no, none of which I have done. I am not in cahoots with any bandits. I am not capturing children. He goes, he kind of looks at the constable and he goes, you have free range of looking through things. We just need to make sure everyone understands what's happening. You are the constable. And he goes, well, looking at everyone else, he goes, if I take some time with my deputies to look in all these storages to find a missing child, is that okay?
Keep your eye out for cloaks, hooded cloaks.
Yeah, it's not just it's not just the child. It would be any sense of banditicism, anything dodgy. But yeah, please. That's why we brought you, because it was either that or we were gonna break down doors and look ourselves, and we figured.
Well, don't do that.
Probably better.
Because then I would arrest you guys.
You would have tried to.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, I see that you have a symbol of Pelor. Don't think your senior would approve of such thing. So I would watch your tongue, young man. And he kind of looks at the deputy and goes, all right, let's go. Looks at all you guys and goes, do not move. You stay here. If you move, I arrest you. I don't care. And he looks at you, Amdrus, and goes, especially you. I will get your father to arrest you, especially.
Okay.
And he walks away. And you can see he is not happy.
Is the storage going with him, or is he staying with us?
No, he is going with them, the owner of it. The rest of the hired hands are standing there, watching you guys. And Zephyr and Atim, you guys are off to the side, kind of down the hill a bit, but you can see this is happening.
Yep.
Anything you're just going to watch?
Watching.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
we're gonna
watching the
stay
disaster
away
in the
and just
distance. Okay. All right. You can see that they kind of head into the building and then kind of leave after a moment with kind of a ring of keys. And they head to the back, kind of going through all the doors. It's probably a good, better chunk of the hour, and you guys are just kind of waiting. As they all come back. You can see them kind of talking as they heading back, and the deputies kind of follow suit soon after, and walk up and goes, did a full search. I found a lot of furniture. I found a lot of chests that we don't have the keys to. You would have to ask people in town, which is a lot. He kind of goes, there was no children, there was no suspicious activity, nothing of such sorts. And where it goes, kind of looks at especially Mena and Cain, and just goes, now, can you kick them off my property? I don't want them ever here again.
We never stepped on your property. We never came back. We've been off property this whole time. Just FYI.
Well, you walked up the first time, and they kicked you off. But
and
yes.
We haven't been back since.
Yeah, we were requested to leave. We complied.
And the constable goes, look, I'm already so done with this. This is absolutely wild and out of the blue. I would like you all to go back to the inn. You need obviously rest. He looks at Cain. I literally know that you were just brought back to life, half a day ago. I feel like you guys need to collect whatever is going on here and leave this poor man and his job alone.
Mr. Constable, sir.
I just don't understand.
I just want to maybe apologize. I feel like maybe I was out of line. I was given some poor information. I was told of some things.
You see,
you're right. I was dead.
You see the proprietor just kind of scoff in the background, and the constable goes, "Not you either."
I'll kill him.
He looks at you and such a stern look. Like, I can kick you out of town. I will call the Feathergale Knights.
I'm sorry. Sorry. That's just a very crass joke I learned in the under the other realm. That's on me.
Can I seduce the constable into forgiving us?
What do you say?
Sir, I apologize. but I'm not okay with small children being kidnapped. As someone kidnapped my younger brother, Paul Fiddlefish.
Are you making
and
this
I got
up?
a little overheated. I don't know. No, I'm not. My dad died and my mom died. Okay, everyone in my family is gone.
Make a deception check, please.
Deception.
Deception, yes.
I can't see it.
It's a
13.
13.
All my rolls are going under the check thing in the corner.
Oh.
My last one did too.
So he kind of just looks at you and goes, and I agree. This missing child, I haven't heard anything, but I can look around for it. But I don't think attacking the first person you potentially hear about is a smart idea.
I agree with
Especially,
apologize
he
to
looks
him
at the night
too.
and it's like getting dark, and he's like, especially in the evening.
Can I apologize to that guy too?
He just like you say that, and he just like looks at Mr. Whatever his name is, and just kind of like looks at you. He just like looks down with this just like,
I have puppy dog eyes. Let me say sorry.
okay, fine, make a perception or persuasion check.
Fun.
21. He kind of looks at you and goes, but as long as if you come back, you aren't a complete making an ass of all of yourselves. And he looks at all of you. Like, he starts at Mena and then just goes to Cain and then Amdrus and then Joel, because you're also there. And he goes, and I want you to leave and not bother me or my workers again. And the constable just looks back and goes, sounds fair to me.
Right. Well, let's all go back to the inn, everybody.
Yeah,
Definitely back to the inn. Let's go.
I do want to ask the constable a couple of more questions when we're out of earshot from
Okay.
Creepy Dude.
So you guys kind of move off a little bit, and they kind of have a conversation before they split off, and you can kind of catch up to them.
I know you didn't like look at everything, but one thing in particular we're kind of looking for is like a gold mask. There wasn't anything like that in there, was there?
He goes, no, I didn't see anything.
It's just because that thistle hair dude was talking about a golden mask, black cowled guy, part of the bandits leaving. We saw them leaving. We just didn't get a good description, but he said they were coming from that storage. That's why we were so determined. You know nothing about a gold masked bandit?
He kind of thinks, he goes, I mean, I've heard over the past while that once in a while people said that they see figures on the outskirts of town. I figured it was bandits. Hence why when you guys all came into town, I asked about getting rid of bandits.
And
He goes,
we did.
Yes, you did.
I fear there's more.
He goes, well, if that is the case, we can have someone keep an eye out. If you also want to do the same, you are more than welcome to. But maybe next time you want to question someone. Either get me first, or don't just attack and accuse somebody. Just say.
I mean, I personally came and got you first. I'm sorry for
yes,
the
thank you
rest
for
of the
that.
double D's. Also, we were told that there's some monster hunting you need taken care of out east. Is that something we can help you out with?
He goes, oh, yeah, there was some farmers that mentioned that they had seen creatures that spooked them at night. He goes, I literally haven't heard anything else. Otherwise, it probably would have put a sign out. But if you want to look also for that, greatly appreciated.
I think we can take care of that for you.
Is there anything else?
I think we're ready to go back to the inn for the night.
He goes,
I'm not.
he like looks at you, meaning goes, watch that one. Just points at Mena
will.
and just goes, have
like
a good night.
hawk.
Mhm.
And he heads out with his deputies kind of back to his office. As the rest of you guys, kind of at this point, have walked far enough that Zephyr and Etienne, you could have kind of met up and been with everybody during this. What are you guys doing?
That doesn't set right for me. I don't know. I feel like that was still a lead, and there was a reason why we were sent in the storage, and
Well,
I don't know.
Thieves'
have
tools.
has the constable? Sorry, go ahead, Zephyr.
No, has the constable left?
Oh, yes.
That was my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, he walked out, and you guys are all together.
Maybe we should like not like accuse right away. Maybe we should just like kind of play it off.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more subtle next time.
I was doubling down on Mina's thing. You know,
I think we
I'd
could have
get
just went
nervous,
in and
he would
kind
do
of just
something suspicious.
talked to the guy.
So that's all ruined now.
Just
So we need a
ask
plan
him about
B.
if he's seen any suspicious activity around
And
first.
if I was him, I wouldn't help us at all at this
I
point.
think we
so
should
he
go
doesn't
back.
know. Well,
We
at the
should-
time, he didn't know us.
And we should pick the locks on those doors.
Do we have something to pick the locks?
I have thieves' tools.
Okay. Well, I don't think a lot of us should go in. Maybe 2 at most. Because I went back
Probably
there.
the
They're
least.
all locked. But I don't know. It depends on if they're going to increase the security now from that.
Doesn't Joel wear a cloak? Doesn't he wear something like that? Or
Mm-mm,
what? Oh.
No.
For some reason, I
don't
thought you
have a
had
cloak.
like a church like little gown thing on.
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
he's
he's
armored.
armored. He's armored.
Can we get cloaks? Can we be like sneaky and go pick the locks on one of the doors?
Listen, as
Maybe
much as
take
I
some
love
of your diamonds off.
as much as I love a good cloak, I don't think it's gonna exactly muffle the sound of anybody's armor running around.
I feel like
So
doing
here's-
anything tonight is probably.
Tonight would be a terrible night to do it.
I was
Be a
gonna
good
say,
night
They're
to
going to be on
At this
edge
point.
and they're going to be more alert if we try tonight.
So
was gonna
maybe
say-
should we go check out the monsters tonight and then
Yes.
Yeah.
leave
Let's
the
do that
storage
and
for
come back for
when they
another
drop
time.
there?
Kane wants to
Let's-
rest
yeah.
outside the property and watch. You can.
let's. I was gonna say, let's go. I was agreeing with you guys. Let's go fight off some monsters, build up a little bit of goodwill again, and then come back to storage and just be like, listen, got off on the wrong foot, little overzealous, did fight a necromancer, so you know everything. We're just saying every problem was a nail, and we were the hammer. So apologies.
Or
So
at a later time, I myself.
I just think that after a confrontation like that, they're going to be trying to hide something in case anyone does come back. So someone should at least be watching.
If it was them.
So what happens if one person watches them and nothing happens? Just nothing happens?
What would he have had to? Why would have the creepy not the? Why would the halfling have lied to us? Though.
I don't think he said
Exactly.
it looked like, but he didn't
It's-
necessarily say that it was.
And even if it's
Didn't
not
know.
them, what if the
Okay.
bandits don't know anything and they walk by the shed at night and no one's there to witness it?
Or maybe they just store the bandits themselves store their stuff in there, and the storage owner doesn't even know. He's just renting to a bandit. Like,
Very,
I mean,
very possible.
bad people rent storage units all the time to hide dastardly things from their everyday lives. So I like this idea of building some goodwill, letting the heat calm down at the storage unit, help out the town a little bit.
Let's find more information first, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
I
is-
think that's a good idea.
definitely isn't a sort of
can.
1 or 2 day
Can we
thing.
have the constable's men watch?
Let's,
Yeah, is that who's supposed to be watching?
He said he'll
He said
send people to keep
could.
an eye out during the town, and an eye out for a missing child that he had even heard about.
We never confirmed the missing child.
Nope.
No,
you
we
just
didn't ask.
screamed
if-
at him saying he stole a child.
I
Those
mean,
were two
did he
separate
or did he
accounts.
not?
First of all,
Did
The-
somebody steal a
the-
child?
the missing
monsters.
persons were coming from the people who saw the farmers who saw the monsters.
That's what I thought.
They were not talking at all about the storage owner.
Yeah, it's like two separate things.
Those
The
are two separate
bandits-
things.
There's two things going on,
We can.
You're muted.
but they're kind of linked because they're
They're
all
happening
going in the
all-
same direction,
No, I'm
all
not
towards
muted.
the war.
So you were talking and like
Everyone-
nothing was coming.
Yeah, you were talking for a bit and there was no sound.
So they're not on the same side of town.
No. The monsters and stuff where the farmers were at are on the east side of town.
West.
But I
West,
apologize
east,
for
or-
attacking
No,
this man for
No, no.
stealing a boy.
This
'cause
is
I thought we confirmed they were both on the same side of town.
okay. This
No,
is why I thought I
dude,
said
things
west
going on.
by accident. The farmers
Oh.
lived on the east side and saw monsters.
Yes.
Stanner saw bandits going through town heading east. Didn't say they're the same thing. They
Cain, I apologize for doubling down on that. I really thought that had gone to be really suspicious to all happen on one side of town.
and the storage is on the west side.
I
Yeah.
thought I knew what was going on,
Okay.
but when she started yelling about children were involved, I just went with it. Like I just thought that was what was happening because my brain just clicked on it.
Cain
Um,
was not caught up very well.
Neither was
Mena
Mena.
said this guy kidnapped children. I said this guy kidnapped children.
I feel Amdrus didn't explain it very well to us. I think that it wasn't fully realized what Thistleback
Well-
was telling him.
I'm sorry, party. I
I'm
thought it
out.
was all in one spot.
I'm
I
out.
thought that.
Monsters. I don't know anything about monsters.
The monsters and the
Andrew knows
children
nothing but-
didn't come from
Andrew,
Right.
that was you.
That was
So,
Coco.
Oh,
'Cause
shit.
you,
As
you were
you
talking
guys-
with the farmers about them.
as you guys
Okay,
as you guys
we have-
head towards the inn,
All right, you know what? I'm gonna blame Zephyr in this situation.
What?
I think
Why?
And the party turns on each other.
you
Perfect.
you didn't
Sweating.
stop us.
Cool. We're all heading back
Well,
to the inn now.
I did my own part. Because y'all were causing
Okay.
so much chaos in the front, I just went around in the back.
I am
Okay, you know
sweating.
what?
Zephyr
anything
is
to help.
abstained from any
All right.
any blame. They
So-
did exactly what we needed
Sorry.
them to do.
So, as you guys head back to the inn for the
Oh my
night or
God.
whatever you plan on doing, we're going to take a break.
Let's figure out what we're doing.
It's gone so sideways.
So I can open a window and go pee because that was a lot.
What?
Same.
What?
Oh, you're gonna
Open a window and then go pee. Yes. It's really hot in here and I have to pee. Is what I was saying.
Go right out
Um,
your window. There was no
you know.
comma. It was all. In
There was a
one.
combo. I just,
There was definitely
This
a
is-
comma.
yeah.
This is
Um,
why we thought.
Hi, can
that
I be the
monsters-
linguist of the party? Because clearly, no one understands.
All right.
what's
In my
happening.
defense,
No.
Aurora accidentally said the wrong direction.
I may have.
He
and that's-
actually didn't.
Okay, I didn't. I
He
thought
never
I did.
did.
I don't know.
He never did.
I
Anyways.
heard the wrong direction.
Have a wonderful
I'm
break,
dead.
guys. If you need to go pee, go pee. If you need to get a drink, if
do.
you need to
Yes.
grab something to eat. Hopefully, we can figure out what's
my
happening,
God.
and we will come back. Come back soon, at least.
Fun.
And I said, that's not my giraffe. That's my wife.
All right.
Swear.
And we are back.
always it's it's not the
Um,
same when Emergency Nine's not here.
Truly.
So glad Cain is alive.
Well, welcome back everyone from a break. If you're just joining us or came a little late, to recap the madness that just happened, our characters were doing some investigating after reviving Cain. Talked to heard about a halfling that was mentioning about mysterious figures at night that they had seen the night before coming in. They watched and waited at the tavern, got some information, went back to the inn to pick up Cain, who was resting, where they overheard some farmers talking about monsters also that they saw, and there was supposedly a missing child. They heard one of those mysterious people that Stanner had seen was potentially a man named Mr. Befendar, who owns the storage, and they figured it's all connected, went guns a-blazing, and it just, went about as well as you would think. Now, you guys head back to the inn. Are you guys staying for the night? Are you resting? Or are you... What are you guys doing?
Well, I've had a long day. I think I'm ready for a rest.
I'll take a rest.
I'm not quite ready to go to sleep just yet. I kind of want to just peek around, just kind of scout a little bit. If anybody else wants to join me, I just kind of want to see, since everybody's been talking about these things happening at night, I just want to see if we can get a little bit more insight on what's going on.
Yeah,
I
and at
think
this
the
point, it's
team,
pretty late.
myself, and Zephyr, we're gonna go east,
Yes.
not west, east.
Okay.
And we were going to chill in the woods outside of the farm and see if we can see any monsters.
Sure.
I will be attending.
So 3 of you guys are heading to bed, with the rest kind of scout for a little longer.
Before they leave, can I bless them? Just in case something comes up.
Like
like,
casting
I
the
wanna-
spell bless.
Uh-huh.
And the spell bless lasts for a minute.
Oh,
Just let you know. So you could. It might help them
can-
with this stealth checks, I think, if it counts.
Can
for-
I
Yeah.
bless them?
I'm gonna
I
bless
don't know,
them
Cain,
anyways.
can
If
you?
they're gonna, they're about ready to do some stealth checks and to be some stealthy
you.
shit. So I'm gonna bless them. God of Pillar is gonna
Okay.
fill them with light and give them a little bit of self luck before I go to sleep.
All right. I believe that gives you a D4 to any checks and attacks and saving throws. I think
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can roll a d4.
Okay. So you kind of feel the warmth of Pelor watching over you guys. As the rest head up to their room for the night. In the inn, at this point, the farmers are not there. Just to let you guys know. They have eaten by this time and left.
Right.
So the 3 of you guys head out and just head outside of town to east, looking for the farms that are kind of out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Looking for
few.
anything.
Sure. There's a few, not a whole lot, but there's a few kind of scattered about. Well, if you guys want to be stealthy, you're more than welcome to make a stealth check, or if not, just make a perception check.
Fuck.
You can roll a d4 and add it to it because of less.
That's kind of a cool spell to add to my list.
So 11.
That is a nice
So
spell.
11. Okay.
I had 22 for stealth.
Well,
And you all can add that d4 if you like. So this will be your minute of stealthin and perception.
I think I used up all my stealth earlier.
So do we do stealth and perception?
Yes, yeah. And you can add a d4 to those rolls as well.
I'll add the D4 to the
Oh
perception.
my lord. Wait,
group one,
D4's
so-
only one of them or both of
No,
them?
you can do it for both because it'll be as you go. I'll give you it for both.
So 23 and for stealth and an 18 for perception.
Okay.
yeah, 14 stealth and 21 perception.
Okay.
11 stealth and 13 for perception.
13,
I'm
okay.
doing terrible.
Oh, that's good.
The big red dragon is not very stealthy.
Apparently
Well-
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Should have been like a chameleon dragon where you could just like blend
Well,
into.
You know
That would be
what?
cool, but that's
I
unfortunately
knew that
not
ahead
a
of
thing.
time.
Just a bit on edge after the previous events.
Yep.
Yeah, just oh gosh. All right, so as you guys kind of head out to kind of the farm area, it is getting darker. Mina's the only one with dark vision, I believe, out of the three of you. Just keeping that out there. But as you
Hello.
guys kind of wander about, kind of finding around kind of these farm areas, there's some trees close by, a little patch of trees that you guys can kind of keep around. What are you guys doing? Just gonna stake out and watch?
Yeah, probably just hang out. But team, I haven't heard much about your family.
Stake out and watch. Perfect. Yeah, my family. Not much by way of family. So let's see, what's my story? I was, as you can see, I'm blue-skinned, and I was born, to an elven clan. I don't know who my father is, and because of my strange appearance, I was deemed a bad omen for my clan, and therefore my mom kind of just abandoned me out into a forest. I was picked up by a mage, or found by a mage and raised by him, in the city. So, yeah. So that's my story.
What about you,
Looking at something.
Zephyr?
Quickly
Um,
look through the names.
I also don't have like much of my family. Never got to meet my parents. Last thing I remember, at least the youngest I was, I grew up in a cave by myself. And then I was brought in by, I forget what they're called. Shit, hold on. The Order of the Eternal Flame. That's kind of where I grew up. But then I kind of left. I didn't really like the place. Yeah. Not a whole
I
lot
never
there
knew my
either.
mom. I never knew my mom. She died giving birth to me. And my dad obviously died in the terrible,
Right, the cart.
the pickle carriage accident.
While this is going on, we're having our own team building. We're having pillow fights and talking about boys.
Perfect, alright. They're having a, the
Cain's
comfy-
toenails.
The rest are out in the wilderness, laying against a tree, and you guys are all making pillow forts in a comfy like blankets. Love it. All right.
I'm just gonna be setting up like tea candles on the outside of the pillow fort.
Love it.
All right.
Love it.
As time begins to pass, you guys keep an ever watch out. But it doesn't seem like you see anything. You spend a couple hours out there, kind of making idle chat, getting to know one another, looking out for any creatures or people. And it's just a quiet night.
Do we just stay in the one spot? Or do we kind of
No,
like...
you guys kind of, you can
hop
move
a little
around.
bit?
We
Yeah.
just,
I guess we still don't see anything.
casual
Yeah,
chat,
just
casual
seems-
walking.
Kind of keeping an eye out, going kind of keeping behind any cover that, you know, would keep you at least hidden in, more so in the dark. It's pretty dark and it doesn't seem like you guys have light, I assume. So it gets to the point where it gets very dark.
Intentionally not using it.
for the two
Oh,
that
we
doesn't
do
have dark
have
vision.
light, but we're not
Well, that's what I
using
mean.
it to kind of stay stealthy.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. So it does get kind of dark. You don't seem to find anything. Kind of patrolling around on the east side. Anything else you guys would like to do? Are you heading back or what?
Seems much
I guess
the
we can
quiet night.
What time is it?
You're probably reaching pretty late night. Maybe a few hours went by, so maybe about 11-ish.
I'm gonna stay a little bit later, probably to like 2 a.m.
Okay. Are you guys gonna stay with Mena, or are you gonna?
Yeah. I don't want to leave Mena by herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like each of you guys to make another perception check. You no longer have bless at this point, so no
Right.
d4s.
And disadvantage on.
18.
And disadvantage,
Some of
yes,
us.
on the two that don't have dark vision.
Oh, well, hold on.
Oh, so good.
Fatal fish with a 19.
Hey.
11.
Okay, yeah, as it gets darker and darker, kind of hitting that midnight and then into kind of 2 p.m. or a.m. Zephyr and Etienne getting darker and without wanting to use light to kind of keep within the shadows and the darkness. You really aren't able to see much. Mena looking around, you think at one point you see movement and you kind of tell the others and you follow to only find it just a deer kind of wandered a little close. Other than that, nothing.
Well, guys, I don't think we're
assume
gonna
knows.
see anything tonight. Let's go back and draw penises on everyone's face that's sleeping.
Solid can do. Definitely owe Amdrus one.
True. All right.
I forgot about that.
So you guys head back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading back to the inn, up to your room, you see that the three of them made a pillow fort and is passed out in it.
Sharpie called back in these days.
Charcoal.
I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna draw penises on everybody's face.
All right. I will make a sleight of hand for each of them that you were drawing on.
Oh no, not for Amdrus. Amdrus is asleep.
Right. I would say you have
Yeah,
advantage on
he's-
Amdrus.
Fully.
Okay, an 18 for whole heal Joel.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I have a deck on my face now.
A 5
A 5.
for Cain, who's probably not resting well anyway.
Okay.
And with advantage for Amdrus.
Yeah.
An 8.
An 8. So
I'm the only one with the deck on my face.
so Joel, after the process of everything that happened today, it was a lot. You are out cold. And yeah,
The
you
emotional
draw
stress.
the emotional
I
stress.
had a
Yeah.
glass of wine too, to be fair.
True, yeah.
Oh.
You draw one on Joel's head. Easy. Nothing. Cain,
As I'm giggling, it gets worse and worse as I go. 'cause
Yeah.
I'm-
That's really what it is.
as you start drawing on Cain, even with a -4 to your passive perception, you still kind of start to stir as you see Mena starting to giggle and trying to draw something on your head. Do you just let it happen, or are you intervening? You are muted.
You're muted.
Muted.
Cain.
Can't hear
muted.
you.
What?
Yeah, there you go.
What?
Well, Mina's never led me astray before, right? So I should
Cute.
probably intervene at literally any point and stop such nonsense and tomfoolery.
Yeah, so you start a little bit before Cain kind of stirs and grabs your wrist.
Aww.
And then kind of...
It is a classic sleepover prank, but unfortunately, not today.
Fair.
I
And
never had
you
sleepovers,
you kind
so
of
I didn't know that stuff happened.
makes true. Yeah, there you go.
And you put their hands in water
To make
so they
them
pee the bed.
feel bad, yeah. So you leave Cain. Cain, you kind of run off whatever you did, and she goes over to Amdrus and starts doing it too. But you're still giggling because you look back at Joel, and it worked so well the first time, and you start giggling like right in front of Amdrus. And shockingly, Amdrus, you wake up from your deep sleep to see Mena trying to draw on your
He was
forehead.
just about to just
Yeah. You caught him right
just
before
about
he
to
just
just
wouldn't have happened.
fully outed.
Like hand action, like Mariana.
You kind of like rub charcoal off your forehead.
Oh no, I wasn't calling you. I wasn't calling you. Hi. Sorry.
Oh,
Is there a dog?
dog.
There is.
Yes. Pepper.
No.
You can call that dog Mena. Look how cute it is.
There you go. And it's just as
Oh
pale.
hi. Yes, hello. Nope.
Well, so Mena, unfortunately, you only got one, but hey, it was
That's
so
better
great.
than none.
It's better than none. And you guys head to bed. You sleep in a bit because you guys stayed up pretty late. You guys can hit that long rest. And Cain, you go down from a -4 to a -3.
Perfect.
You're feeling a little better.
You fuck. You got me. How
Joel,
dare you?
Joel, you probably wake up first.
Good boy.
And everyone else kind of stirs a little after. Ateem, Zephyr, and Mena, probably a good maybe hour or so after you guys, if not 2 hours after you guys, as they came in late. What are you guys doing?
I've just been praying since I woke up, waiting for everybody else.
Okay. Yeah, and Cain, Amdrus, you wake up and you see a dick drawn on Joel's face.
I'm just
praying
I'm-
with the on his face
I'm-
the entire
I'm just gonna look at
It's smudged a bit because sleep and everything, but
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, you praying hard?
I just keep praying. I'm like meditating. I'm not even really paying
zoned.
attention.
zoned.
Amdrus giggling in the back.
I as soon as Jahol is out of his meditative prayer state, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, mate, maybe you should go wash up a little bit before we head out. Yeah.
Do I smell?
No. You smell like roses, but there's a. You
You're
seem a
looking
little
quite rigid.
Yeah, you seem a bit stiff,
Okay,
especially
thank
in
you.
the face. Yeah, just take a hot bath, scrub yourself clean.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just ignore him because I think he's being weird.
Alright. Eventually, everyone else starts to wake up too, and Mena, you look at Joel and see your handiwork still there, out and proud, if you will.
Morning,
Standing high.
dickhead.
Oh, Mena, that was rude.
Good morning, child of God. Glad you slept well.
It's so sarcastic.
Yeah.
Babe,
So,
dickhead.
I guess it's time to head to the farm. Everybody, let's go. Got some business to take care of.
Food.
I'm full gonna stop Jahol before we leave the room. I'm gonna just stop him and tell him what's happening before he steps outside of this room.
I'm gonna take like a piece of tin that they ordered room service from for their little sleepover and be like,
As
"You
like a
need to
mirror.
wash that off your face."
You got me. I'll wash my face. We'll get some breakfast burritos for the road, and let's get to the farm.
Alright.
Fuck, I could use a breakfast burrito.
Alright, and you do
Honestly,
just
yeah.
that. Alright, you guys. It's probably like you guys slept in a bit. You guys needed that 8 hours, so it's probably about 10 in the morning.
That's good. That's good.
So you guys head towards the farmhouses around. You're not really sure which one had these farmers in. There's a couple of them.
I think we should ask a lot of them.
But if someone wants to make an investigation, kind of lead the charge to kind of look around for them, you can.
Right.
Who knows this town well?
Well, um,
How's a 21 sound?
well,
A lot better than my 12.
Joel did already roll. But I'll say with you, it could be advantage. We'll take the higher. So it doesn't take you too long. Just you kind of, you know, a couple of them, so you kind of bring it down. And you do find a small little house at the edge of town. Kind of knocking on the door, you see a familiar face. One of the people you had talked to kind of open the door. Kind of a male human. And just go, good morning. How can I be of service?
Top of the morning. Just doing a little bit of investigating. Heard some unsavory rumors about some monsters or something of the sort roaming the farmlands.
Kind of seeing behind you, seeing Joel, he kind of goes, "Oh, you were the one I talked to. You had mentioned you guys are monster slayers, yes?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's us.
Yes. What do you need? Did you find out? Did you find them?
No, that's kind of why we're here. We're just looking for some more information.
Did a bit of cursory investigation last night. Didn't really find much on our end. Hoping maybe you could help us out a little bit, narrow the area of search that we're going through.
Just kind of goes.
And also, where's the missing child? Like, where that missing child that was spoken of? Like, where did that kid live? Where's their family? Like, we definitely want to try to help return him to his family.
He just goes, yeah. Well, to be fair, he kind of points off, kind of just outside of his kind of property. He kind of points. He goes, well, we saw the creatures kind of heading that way. When we had run inside, we didn't see them anymore. The missing child, I think, I think his name is Braylon. One of my boys said he hasn't seen him for a while, and then we saw them, and we thought, you know, we've tried talking to his parents, and they seem to brush it off. But he still hasn't seen him in town, so you know we were worried. We thought maybe something is amiss.
And where do Braylon's parents live, if you don't mind?
Oh, because there's obviously not street names, so kind of tell you where to go. And Amdrus, you kind of know the area. It's just kind of in one of these houses over here. And he just says, yeah, his father is Rothar. And you kind of think, I think I know that name.
Rothar?
Rothar. Hatherhand. And you kind of like, I think I heard of them. You don't know them. You may have heard of them.
Why hasn't this gotten reported? We were talking to the constable the other night, and they didn't say anything about a missing child. They didn't know anything about it.
He kind of just goes, well, we talked to the father. He said that everything was fine, and we were just kind of worried, but they said that, if he didn't come back, he would go talk to it, so we didn't bother talking to Constable. We figured that Dad did. Did he not?
No.
No.
Apparently not.
Right. Well, Constable hasn't heard anything about it, like Zephyr said. So let's go have ourselves a word with Rothar ourselves. See what he's up to. Do you mind?
Can I do an insight check on the farmer?
Sure. Make an insight check.
10.
Okay. Kind of, it seems like he seems to be telling the truth, and he's honest about what he's saying. You can kind of tell he feels awkward. Maybe in hindsight, he's thinking, oh, maybe I should have directly talked to the constable, and he kind of feels embarrassed talking to a bunch of people as you bring up these questions, and he's like, oh. But he seems to be telling you the truth.
Well,
As far as you can tell.
we're sorry to have disturbed you, and thank you for help. Giving us some more information on this.
He is no problem. I mean, if you guys are here to, if he is missing and you can find him, that's great. If you fight the monsters, even better. Happy to help.
I don't know if we already asked this, but where exactly did you see the monsters? Like we said last night, we tried to kind of scout out, kind of in the general area that you said, and we didn't see anything. Do you see them often, or is it just very rare?
Kind of as you're talking to him, you can see me kind of like staring at you, as Dragonborn aren't too common around here, and he just kind of goes, "Yeah." So we had seen them the other night. We were fixing some last things about the property, and we saw them kind of off there, and he kind of points off, just kind of outside of kind of his tilled fields. He said they were heading off, kind of eastward, where he kind of points off, and he goes, "We didn't know what they were. They looked terrifying, so we ran in, and when we tried to look through the windows to see if we could find them, we don't know where they went. I think they went through kind of down the hill and maybe into the trees a little. We don't know. We lost sight of them. And it was the first time we had seen them. It was a couple nights ago. We haven't seen them since."
Right. Well,
That's okay.
thank you for your. Yeah, no, with Zephyr. No. You were talking to them. I interrupted.
Well, thank you for this information. This is definitely going to help. We'll do our best to try to find what we can. But if you hear of anything else, feel free to reach out.
Yes. Are you staying in the inn? The Swinging Sword?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Well, yes. Yes. That is the inn, yes. He goes, "Well, if we see anything, we'll go straight there. If you aren't there, we'll leave a message with Kalisa."
Do we
Thank
want
you.
to go walk over there and see
Yeah,
if
we
we
need
can
to-
see anything?
We should
Then
go over
we're
to the
gonna-
kid's house.
Right.
This kid is probably sitting in the front yard.
Just walk up and he's just like playing with
chilling.
toys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Right. Let's go talk to Braylon's
Okay.
father, Rothar. See if we can't figure out what's happening with him. Because that does sound sketchy. Your kid go missing, you don't say nothing. That's
Yeah.
Don't look for an hour and then give up. You
and
get your
to be
ass out there.
That
To
sounds
be
very-
clear,
we are asking.
we're gonna go in, and it's gonna be positive. We're
asking
gonna
questions.
Guns
we're gonna.
blazing.
There's gonna be no yelling. There's gonna be no. Why aren't you worried about your child? We're gonna go in.
So we're gonna
We're
go in
just
there and
gonna
be
be-
nice to Casey Anthony. Okay.
Yes, because we need the information now, and then we can make a decision. Cain can take care of it, the monster, if we need to.
All right,
But-
I'm taking care of the situation. Let's go.
Once
He
we have
starts
more
leaving.
information.
Doesn't
So
know where they live.
they
I
kind of
can
point the
guess.
way. So you guys kind of head out. The man kind of says his goodbye to you guys and lets you on your way. You guys head towards, kind of knocking around the homes, trying to look for him. Eventually, you guys do knock on a door, and you see a human male answer, kind of scruffy, and he kind of goes, "Hi, good afternoon, I guess. What's
Noon.
morning. Rothar, is it?
is- yes, yes.
Sorry, Rothar. We've been tasked by some of the locals here to figure out what's been going on with the monsters that have been appearing around this side of the township. I wonder if maybe you could help us out with that.
He kind of looks around and goes, "Monsters? What do you
You
mean?"
know, the monsters, snake-like creatures, gold of face, black of body.
Oh, I haven't heard anything about that. I
Interesting.
apologize. I might not be of help.
No, it's quite all right. Do you have any little ones running around? Maybe they might have seen something. We can ask them a couple questions.
I have a son, but he is currently in bed. He's been sick the last couple days. He's been staying in bed.
Would you mind terribly if we came in and asked a couple questions, I've always heard from the mouth of babes. comes the
Sir,
truth of the world.
I am a healer. Maybe I can have a look at him and help him
He is
out.
a healer.
He goes, it's
Free
just
of charge.
he's been doing
do
good.
that.
He just needs some rest. He's just sleeping in. I wouldn't want to wake him up.
Would like to make an insight.
Let me,
Sure.
I mean,
I'll make an
I would be happy to go pray for him.
Do not worry. We have gone to the temple to make sure he's all is well, and it's nothing too bad. It seems he's fine. He just needs his rest.
Hmm.
17. This guy is definitely lying.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to roll that dice.
Right.
I-
No,
I
of
would
course not.
like-
But
I
for
would
my
like to
own
roll.
personal character.
Someone needs
I
to
would
put
like-
eyes on that child because this is not okay.
I would like to
Um,
roll a persuasion check, just like have him let us in. Like, please, sir, he is a man of the faith, and I am here but a humble servant of the township. I myself grew not far from here. Maybe you know my father, the hunter. Sorry, oh fuck, I forgot what job I gave my dad.
He's one of the
Um,
deputies, but yes.
Aurora,
Uh,
how,
If he was gonna
how
arrest- he was gonna-
tall?
What's constable
How
was gonna have
tall?
him arrest you specifically.
Yeah, how tall is this house?
Oh, the house. Oh, it's maybe about 2 stories.
He's a human.
2 stories. Okay.
Rothar,
But as you're kind of asking this, Amdrus, he just kind of goes, I really, really appreciate it. I really do. We've already talked to Pastor. Honestly, we are good. But thank you. We appreciate the concern. We had one of his friend's parents come by a couple days ago, maybe yesterday or the
Right.
day before, asking about him, and don't even worry about it.
Which friend's parent was that again? Just out of curiosity.
And he goes,
As I flipped my book open.
he goes, oh, just one of the farmers. They like to play sometimes during the day, and they were concerned their son didn't want to, or hadn't played with our son for a bit, and
Right. I mean, Shady Barrow is not a very big township. Maybe you could help me out. There's quite a few farmers around here. I'd hate to knock on every farmer's door asking them which kid talked to your son.
That looks like really aggressive. So I'm gonna say, I have this book of animals. While he's getting better, he could look at. Can I bring it to him?
That's my book of
I was gonna
animals.
say, did you give it to Cain?
Cain, there's a missing child. I will buy you a new present.
Well, we don't say that part out loud.
Rothar,
sorry,
can I
sorry.
ask you a?
We have a book of
serious
animals.
We have. Sure, if you want. What are you looking
I-
for?
Well,
I
I just
just-
kind of like, while this is going on, like I'm standing in the back, kind of like looking around, swaying side to side, and see if I can peek around like in windows or anything. If there are.
Oh, I
any.
see. Yeah, you can make a perception check. Sorry, Joel,
Okay.
what were you saying?
I just want to know. I mean, at this point, Rothar is obviously lying to us, so I just want to tell him that I know that you're lying.
Oh,
Oh,
hold
now
on,
we're
hold
gonna
on.
go guns a blazing.
Oh, we're
Time
going
out.
guns
Hold
a
on.
I was gonna
blazing,
say-
that's my
We're not
keyword.
doing that. We're not
The
doing
thing
that.
is, first of all, we are aware that lying is occurring at this moment.
Yeah,
I
He
mean,
doesn't know we know.
Etienne,
We were not
you're pretty sure. The rest, you can make a
aware.
decision. You're pretty sure.
Yeah.
Zephyr, what did you get there? Sorry.
13.
13. Okay. Yeah, you kind of like look around in kind of in the windows. You can see a woman kind of sitting in the kind of like living room, what it would be, kind of drinking some kind of drink. And he kind of sees you peeking around, and he goes, "Right, I assure you everything is fine. I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave. This is getting a bit much."
Completely understandable. No, we've overstayed our welcome. Thank you so much for your information. We appreciate it.
Can
And
I
if you
make?
do me a
Okay,
favor,
okay,
and
Amber. Can I make a persuasion check to give the little boy this book?
You seem to have mentioned the book, and he seemed to just kind of like dismiss
Throw
it.
it away.
Not throw it away, but
There's
dismiss
no
the comment.
kid.
No, yeah, no, not throw away the.
And he just kind of is starting to shut the door. He's like, "Have a lovely day. We have to get back to lunch. I apologize." And
again,
shuts the
thank
door.
you. Apologies. Have a wonderful day. Wish your son a healthy. Oh, close the door. Right.
Now I'm
I'm-
just
I'm
gonna
gonna-
basically be like, I'm sure you guys could tell, but he was definitely lying.
100%.
I'm pretty upset that, like, Mina is just going to give away my belongings willy-nilly.
Okay.
missing kid. The kid was never gonna get the book, Cain, if he was lying about this kid even
He's
existing.
not missing. He's just sick. That's what we were told.
He's
Here's
not.
what I propose. Let's keep a couple people posted nearby, outside, out of sight, where we can spy on the house. If we see Rothar leaving, one person follows
Tail
Rothar.
him.
Yeah, the other person goes inside. I would This is just me, but Zephyr, how
Okay,
comfortable
we're not
would you
breaking
be?
and entering.
I was gonna say, Zephyr, how comfortable would you be in placing yourself within this man's domicile, maybe without his permission?
Say that again?
He
How
wants us to
comfortable?
pull a Banny.
You guys are currently standing outside this guy's door still.
We should probably walk away first.
I didn't want to. I want us to be back way the fuck away.
Okay, you guys kind of start leaving after a moment. You can, Zephyr, as you're kind of walking, you look back and you can see them like looking through the window, just like watching you guys leave.
I want to fully like leave the line of sight of the house
Sure.
before we start conversation.
Yeah. You can find kind of an alley or walk further away and.
Yeah, Zephyr, how comfortable would you feel in maybe placing yourself within the domicile of Mr. Rothar?
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
Do I need to do anything
Wonderful.
specific?
We're
The
just
largest.
looking for a kid. If you find a kid, we're in the clear. None of us think you're gonna find one. I
Make sure
genuinely
the kid
believe that kid.
goes to the name of Braylon, because if you find another kid with a different name, we're just at more words.
We have more questions.
Why is he lying about this? This makes no sense to me.
I
Oh,
feel
he's
like
embarrassed.
he's part of something. There must be a plot, or I don't know. Does he work with? Maybe he works with the bandits or anything.
You said he's a farmer, right, DM?
Who, this
Rothar's
guy?
a farmer. Yeah.
No, he doesn't
I
own a
don't think
farm. He's just
not a-
he is just one of the denizens in the town.
Okay.
so let's see.
Does he have a job that we know of, or
You have no idea.
Okay. I'd like to keep 2 people here to watch the house out of sight.
I don't want to leave the house. Down to my bones don't trust these people, so I would be more than happy to stay and keep an eye out.
Right. So then maybe we do Zephyr is our infill, and Jahul will be the tail, if that's okay. If everybody's fine with that plan.
By the way, do we
I
know the
never-
name of the farmer that we talked to?
Yeah, Rothar Copperhand. Oh no!
No,
the farmer.
The farmer.
I don't think we got his name.
No, and it was Hatherhand, not Copperhand.
Oh, Hatherhand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Copperhead.
I was like,
Copperhead sounds so cool.
Well,
Hatherhand.
villain for later.
Hand.
The hand covered in copper.
Hatherhand. Okay.
I mean, you can make a history check if you want to know who it was. They're Amdrus, because you live in town. You might be able to figure it out. Like the farmers.
Okay.
Yeah, farmers that we talked to.
Hold on 1 second. What am I rolling a history check for?
If you want
See
to
if you remember
know
their names.
the farmers.
Oh,
names.
the farmer's name.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Oh,
you wanted
that's
to figure
that's not.
it out. Yeah, you have
That's
no
four.
idea.
Perfect. Love that. Cool.
Yeah.
Question, Amdrus.
He must be new.
Quite possible.
Possibly, should we talk to your father? He lives in this
quite
area.
possibly.
He might have seen something, or he at least might know the farmers. Because basically what I'm thinking is, I would like to go talk to the constable to see if he has any information on who Rothar is, and explain that the farmers noticed that there was a missing child, and just explain the situation. I think
Oh.
we should keep the constable in the loop as we are trying to be helpful to the
Okay,
town.
well, you can be an upstanding citizen, and some of us will be rogues.
Like how you are
With
a
nothing to
citizen,
lose.
though.
They know who we are, and therefore, I think keeping on their good side for right now after last night's
You make
debacle.
you make a valid point. I'd say you make a valid point. Okay, so what I've gathered so far is 4 of us will go talk to the constable. Let him be made aware of our plans
I
of
don't
what we
need
found out so
other
far.
people.
Okay, well then you can go. Be useful. I will go find out what, because I need to go find out what Rothar does for a living. Find his place of employment, maybe shake down his boss. See if this goes all the way to the top.
And we can assume that woman that was in the house is his wife, right?
Yeah, probably.
The little boy's mom.
Probably.
One would.
It would
assume,
be
yeah.
the most,
I would
reasonable
like to
conclusion.
somehow be able to speak to her and get around Rothgar. I wonder if we could somehow imagine that, because I think a mom would be a little bit more inclined to crack if there was something weird going on with their child.
Pending.
So maybe while I hang out around the house to keep an eye out, I can wait for an opportunity to see if I can speak to the mom.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
You could get her out of the house and I can look inside.
That's good. That's very good, Zephyr. I like that plan. Okay.
It'd be a lot easier to get inside. I don't want to stir any trouble. I don't know where she sits on everything, especially like maybe she could be hiding something. Maybe she can't say anything. I just don't want to take that risk. So we definitely should try to get everybody out of the house while I find something.
Cool. Set fire to the house. No, I'm just kidding.
What
Get everyone
Okay.
out.
I mean, you're sending me in.
I could make them think that their house was haunted.
But we gotta
Jesus.
get
Sorry for
Rothar
that.
out. How are we doing that?
The only way I know how to get people out of the house is by asking them nicely.
Oh, I mean,
Or
we saw
by
how that went.
force.
Taking care of it, if you will.
We
Let's set their
stage
house on
a
fire.
bandit attack.
Nope. That sounds like a bad idea.
I think I think I can draw him out of the house.
Can you get
You gonna?
his wife as well, or just
You-
Rothar?
Well, I mean, last time we came up to the house, his wife didn't come out. He came out. He left his wife inside.
Well, you would just have to.
So, but
Yeah,
but
just
still,
do we
like,
need two? I think 2 of you guys should do it.
I'm just thinking I can use my thaumaturgy to make like, a really scary like explosion sound coming from their backyard or something, like something that would definitely draw him out. I would tell, my wife to stay inside while I go figure out what's going on. We'll make that big loud noise. I could even make a flash or something so lights happen. And then Zephyr, you can, when you see him run out to check out what's going on, maybe you can sneak inside and talk to his wife, or maybe we both can. I don't know. That's the only plan I
No,
have at the moment.
I think we should separate the two because she didn't come out for a reason, and if they're out together, she may not say anything.
That's all we have right
something.
now. I don't know.
Mena, what are you doing?
Just listening to what everyone wants to do.
What do you want to do, I mean?
And I want to sneak into their house and go see if that kid's in his bed.
Okay, so why don't you two, Zephyr and Mena, I'll distract.
Okay.
I will do the explosion. I'll do the thaumaturgy spell, and
If she doesn't come out, can you take care of Rother, and me and Mena will go inside. I'll try to talk to the mother while Mena can look around for the child as a backup.
you don't have much time. He's gonna come out and see nothing, so he's probably gonna turn around pretty quickly and come back in.
You're getting kicked out of this town.
You've already caused trouble yesterday.
Listen,
just
there's
reminding
nothing-
you.
we're not doing. There's no malicious intent behind this. This is all. This is good intentions. So if we,
Can I make a perception check in the backyard for a shallow grave?
You guys aren't quite close enough, but you can kind of.
Ramsey is going on here.
You can like wander off a little bit and make
I
one.
have a lot
Yes,
of forensic files.
yes, you can do that.
What does Mena?
I'm looking for endangered species of plants because they're probably underneath those.
Right. Yes, you
No.
can make a perception check there, Mena, if you
love
want to
it,
like
love
kind of
it.
wander a bit closer to peek at.
Oh, I thought we were
around the
going
back.
into the back of the house while that explosion was happening.
Oh well, that hasn't
No, we
happened.
will.
You guys are just talking about.
Yeah, we will, but we
Oh.
haven't done it yet.
Gotcha.
I'm going to use
I'd like to look for the shallow grave then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to use 3 thaumaturgies just so you guys know. I'm going to make a loud explosion, I'm going to make a big flash, and I'm going to have all the unlocked doors and windows in the house fly open. So you have
Okay.
instant access to wherever you need to go.
Okay.
That's my
Okay, can I
plan,
make
so you
a
know what's
stealth
happening.
check then so I can get closer to the house before that happens?
Are you guys doing that right
I
now?
am off to the constable.
I was
Okay,
gonna
that
say,
seems leaving.
can y'all give us like 20, 30 minutes?
I mean, they can do whatever they need. I'm off to the constable.
TM heads up.
And
I just
also,
want-
I'm going to cast Bless on Mena and Zephyr, so their stealth rolls are better.
Okay.
Okay.
If you can, stall
Right before it all starts, because obviously the minute, but right before they go in, right before they need to do a stealth roll, they're going to be blessed by.
Install Rother as much as you can. Cain, if you want to help with that, that would be.
Oh, I'm very good at stalling people.
What will
Well, you know, just
what
knock
our
'em
story,
out.
Cain,
Give us
is
more time.
what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna look like we're gonna run up because we've heard the same sound. Like we were leaving after we were just a little bit down the road. We heard this awful explosion. We thought something was coming, so we came running up this way. So that'll be why we're in the area. Just so you know.
That's
Right.
the story that you're sticking with.
I'm gonna do an investigation, see if I can't find Rothar's employer or what he does for
Okay.
work. If
So you're gonna
anybody's
head
bought
around
anything
and-
from him.
Sure.
Yeah, while they're doing that, I'm like, I trust you guys with the plan. You know what you're doing.
Okay.
I'm not trying to cause trouble, just trying to find out if there's a child inside.
Yep.
And then I will go
Just
away.
to set the scene, it is midday, very bright out. Just putting that out there.
That's fine.
Yeah, midday.
I
So
rolled
that
an
team,
18 for stealth.
that team heads to Constable. Amdrus, make an investigation check. And Joel and Cain are in the ready as you guys kind of start to stealth out.
I might as well bless Cain
Okay.
too. I mean, I have 3 people, so Cain, you're blessed too.
For the next minute.
I will.
If-
that's a
if you need it.
13.
A 13? Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of start faffing around and going to the inn and asking Kalisa and everything. Atium, what are you doing with Constable?
What is his name? Do we know his name?
Constable Harbrook? Harbrook?
Hardbrook?
I believe so. Let me double check. Oh, that's the wrong town.
We're never.
Yeah, Harbrook.
Okay. All right. So I'll walk in. And greet him if he is at the front desk. Question for you, sir. Or a couple of questions. It has come to our attention that there have been reports of monsters in the east and on the outskirts by the farmers that work over in that area. Have you heard anything about this, or has someone reported it at all?
Okay, so as you kind of walk into the office, you see him and
Cool.
the halfling that you know is Amdrus's dad kind of talking. And he kind of turns and he goes, reports of monsters. Well, you mentioned that yesterday. I know.
I didn't know that because I wasn't listening to anything
This
that
is
was
true.
going on.
True. I'll rephrase that. Your friends mentioned that yesterday. I know a few
right.
farmers came in, had mentioned it, but there has been no other reports, so we hadn't really done too much. And you can see the halfling kind of goes, I've looked around, haven't seen much.
Cool. There was also mention of them possibly being involved in a child missing. I
Right.
don't necessarily know the name of the farmers, but there apparently was a child missing, and that was they think that the two events are connected. The child was apparently named Braylon.
He goes, oh, right. That your friend Joel mentioned it yesterday as well. We hadn't heard anything about it. If this is the same farmers that we're talking about the thing, that's probably they
Yes, we went. We were just at their place this morning. We wanted to just find out more information because we wanted to stake out the east side to see if there was any
I
more
see.
monster activity.
Right. Well, I haven't heard anything about a missing child. I feel like that would have been kind of an important thing, but we hadn't heard anything. We talked about kind of pointing at the halfling kind of. We had talked to the others about looking around and searching for any information, and I mean, mind you, it's only been like a few hours, but we haven't really heard of anything. We planned on heading towards the Welver family, the farmers, but we hadn't quite got there yet. Clearly you have. Did you find anything?
Well, they mentioned that the boy's name was Braylon, and I believe his father is Rathar Hatherhand. We
Okay.
did briefly stop by to ask about their child. They seemed Rathar seemed quite suspicious, to say the least, about the situation.
Okay.
So I came by to see if you knew anything about him.
Well, I didn't, but we can investigate. We can talk to him if you really think it is. Mind you, don't take offense when I say you thought Aragorn was also suspicious when your friends. Well,
Yes,
you know.
the unfortunate event of the
So,
previous night. Yes,
don't
there
mind
was
me if I take
some
it with a grain of salt.
mixing of stories.
Yes. Well, I can certainly check in. I can go talk to him if you'd like. We can go right now if you'd like.
No, I was just more or less trying to see if there was any further information about him, or if there had any other reports of suspicious activity had come from them per se. If not,
Alright.
then
Well,
at least you know now.
thank you. It was, we'll look more into it. We'll talk to him in a little bit. We'll finish up what we're doing. We'll head over there.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, and you head out just as Joe. You are making. What are you doing exactly?
I'm gonna use my that's such a hard word to say. Thaumaturgy to cause a diversion to bring, hopefully bring Hrothgar outside, so the rest of the crew can slip in and question Mrs. Heatherhead.
Hatherhand.
Hatherhand.
It's hand. Oh, okay.
Hatherhand. Yeah. Okay. Well. So you have to do them 6 seconds apart. So, what are you doing first?
The explosion first.
So the sound of the explosion. Because
Yeah,
you do
a
sound
very
or
loud-
sight.
Yeah, a very sound or what?
Because you can do sound or you can do like a
Visual.
visual.
Maybe actually I'll do a visual first, and then 6 seconds later I'll do
Like a booming sound.
a booming sound, so it sounds like a shockwave, and then and then right after that, all the doors and windows in the house are gonna fly open.
Okay. I would like you to roll a spell check. So just wisdom. It would be wisdom for you. So just roll a wisdom check. As
Got
the
a
other,
plus
as
four
you
on that,
see the
so
others kind of have stealth, kind of behind a nearby.
Scared. Okay. 16.
Okay.
Okay.
There is a
Okay.
bright flash that happens outside one of the windows, kind of near the back. And then 6 seconds later, a loud boom, and then another 6 seconds, all the windows open, and you could hear doors within the building clatter open, but not the outside one, which he had locked after you guys left. But you can see a few of the other windows kind of blow open, and you can hear a startled shout. And a moment later, you see a man and a woman, the man you know as Rolf, and his wife kind of run out, kind of panicking. While the other ones, you guys move in forward. Mena, if you want to make a perception check, you can.
You're blessed too. I blessed
Yes.
them right before all that too.
So you can roll that d4.
Yeah, you want to
Or
roll
one of
that
four.
d4.
12?
12.
12. Okay, you kind of look around. There's no shallow graves around.
It's a good sign.
Well, yeah. And Zephyr, you mentioned something about Zindig. I apologize, I can't really reply. Did you want to try to use Zindig for something?
Well, I was just gonna see if I can, like, if I have the ability to actually communicate with Zindig, like if.
Yeah.
Like,
You
okay.
command her.
I just
So
make sure. Okay.
he understands what you say.
Yeah, I do want to use Zindig in this when we all rush as another helping hand. So basically, I just call out Zindig to come and help.
Okay. Just kind of following along. Make a stealth check for Zindig as well.
Oh wait, with that, it's just a 16, right?
Well, it's plus whatever the
He has
Dex.
D4.
She would not have the D4.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's Zindig, not Zephyr.
Is it the +6 for Zindig?
It's whatever her Dex is. So it's definitely not +6. it's in the stat blocks. I think it's.
Sorry.
I think it's like a +2. I don't quite know.
I have no idea for that one. Oh wait, for Dex +2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
it'd be
an
18.
Okay. So you guys kind of all rush to the back. There are windows open because of the thaumaturgy. As the family rushes out, kind of looking around, seeing what happened, you can see others nearby because they're all kind of close by. Others start to walk out, seeing and hearing this explosion, kind of wondering what is going on. As you guys, are you just going through a window and stealthing in?
Yeah.
Okay. You and Mena kind of crawl through a window. Mena, easy. You kind of have to, you're a lot taller. You kind of have to like use your horns and kind of shimmy in, but you rolled well enough. You're good. Joel and Cain, are you guys running in? What are you doing?
We're basically gonna like planned. We're gonna kind of like run up like we've just like
Just heard it as well.
what's going on.
Kinda
Yeah,
along
like
with
we just heard
everybody
it as well. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Sure. So yeah, you kind of also run up, and you can see them all talking, kind of like wondering what's going on, and then people are kind of. It's caused a stir in the middle of town, in the middle of the day, and they're trying to look to see what's going on, and you kind of look over just in time to see like your friends like go into a window. Anything you're doing?
Yeah, I think we should run straight up to Mr. and Mrs. Heatherhead and ask them if are you okay? We just heard a very loud explosion. We were walking down the path after leaving your house, and we were worried for you.
They kind of, you can see them kind of talking to someone. They look over and you can see that Rothar recognizes you guys and kind of looks at you guys suspiciously and goes, well, I'm not sure. There was just a bright light and we were confused, and then an explosion, and then everything opened and we just ran. We weren't sure what was happening. He kind of looks at you guys and goes, did you see anything?
No, we were just heard
a
it.
bright light.
Yeah, it just saw it was coming this way. That must have been terrifying for you.
You can see the wife is kind of talking to somebody else about it. For Zephyr and Mena, as you guys kind of get in, you see a simple home, nothing too fancy. You can see that they had food out on the table and just left it because they saw this and ran. And you guys see a staircase going up. Are you just going up, or are you looking around more? Okay.
Nope, I'm going up.
All right.
I'm gonna
Anything?
stay on the first floor and rummage through some of the stuff.
Okay.
I'll have Zindig go with Mena though.
Okay. So Zindig follows. Just a little fire penguin. Okay, so make an investigation check, Zephyr. You still have that D4. And
okay.
Mena, you can also make an investigation check as you're looking up the second floor.
You said I do have a D4?
Yes, yeah, you can roll a D4 and add that to it.
13.
13, okay. So you're kind of...
Investigation check was a 19, and then I don't remember if I was supposed to roll the D4 or not.
Yes, yeah, you could. For the
Okay,
next
then
minute, so
21.
we'll say this is all kind of happening pretty quickly. Okay, so you kind of start looking through kind of for anything around Zephyr. You don't really find much. You can hear the people kind of gathering outside and talking, and you can see there's windows, and you're trying to like be quiet and be hidden. Mena, as you run up to the second floor, there's a couple rooms, and you start looking around. You do find what seems to be a kid's room. It is empty. Doesn't seem to be anything kind of. It seems to be nice and neat. Bed's made. Everything's put away nicely. Anything else you want to do?
What's in the parents' room? Yeah, what's in the parents' room?
You start kind of looking
I'm
around.
gonna look in their closets.
It's also pretty neat. Kind of looking through the closet, you do see like some clothing hung up, and you almost miss it as you go to leave. But you notice in the corner there's a bundle of clothes. And you kind of pull. There's a jacket, and underneath, kind of just thrown over to try to quickly disguise it, you see a cloak and a golden mask.
I knew it. Hide that kid from me again. I dare you.
Outside, Cain and Joel, as you guys are talking to it, they talk, kind of talking to you guys. He suddenly turns and he goes, "We have to get Braylon." And he runs indoors. He like starts running towards the door.
He has to leave my engagement range.
Are you going to
He's currently
swing at it?
engaged. Well, I'm going to grab him and be like, "No, it's too dangerous," and then I'll take the lead.
Yeah, I think Cain is one of the mightiest warriors I've ever been around.
I've only ever died once.
You? And I made sure he came back. So can he accompany you to make sure that your son is safe?
Yeah. So as you kind of grab him, he goes, "Well, if something is going on, I need to get my son." And he kind of tries to pull out of you. Are you going to try to hold him, Cain?
Oh no! We're going together now. Like if that's the case, like
okay, you start following. He goes.
But
and I'm gonna stop the wife. I'm gonna get in between the wife and her path there, so I can talk to her while Cain goes with the husband towards the house.
Okay. As that's happening, as you're leaving, you hear a explosion in the distance and a flash of light, and you know what's happening. And then the constable steps out, goes, "What was that?" And they also start rushing there. Do you do anything?
How fast do commoners move, by the way?
30 feet.
Oh,
Same
okay,
as,
so I'm faster.
you, a human.
Oh gosh.
I'm faster. I just want you to know that.
Okay. So as they start running, Amdrus, you're kind of walking around, asking people. You find out he works at Safe Journeys, Thelorn's Safe Journeys, the wagon place in town, which a lot of people in this town would work for.
So same place as the halfling.
Yes, yeah, it would be the same place. And you would know a lot of people do work there, so you wouldn't be so surprised.
I should know who the owner of Safe Journeys is, right? Or at least a manager, somebody who works like mid-level.
Yeah, so it's owned by two brothers. I can grab their names here. They're owned by that's the wrong place. Thorsk and Asden. Not Aston. Asden.
Thorsk?
Thorsk, yeah.
Yeah.
And Asden. They're two brothers. And they've owned this for a long time. There used to be another Wagon Works, but they kind of got them out of business.
Right. And it's pretty much like employees and then them, or is there like middle management?
There's not really,
Okay.
There's not really much. Yeah, as you're kind of talking about this, you also would hear the plan off in the distance. It's not super, super loud. It doesn't like echo through the whole town, but you're close enough that you can just kind of hear it in the distance. And everyone starts to kind of like, what is going on? And they start looking around. Cain, as you're chasing this man, he kind of runs. He goes, "Don't worry, I got him." He goes, "Protect my wife," and he kind of just pushes off of you and goes to the door.
Well, I mean, wife's protected at this point. So like, Joel is one of the best warriors I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. He's never died once and made sure that I did not also die twice. So I'm not leaving his side for a while. And if he's gonna be upset about that, we're gonna have
as you guys kind of get to the door, and you're kind of with him, he just goes, "Well, nothing else kind of happened. I'll be fine, thank you." And he kind of just tries to brush you off, and he goes to open the door. Zephyr, you are in there, and you hear them walk up and start talking, and you hear the door jiggle, as if he's going to open the door. And Mina's
Can I
still
jump
upstairs.
out the window?
Yeah, you can just jump out the window if you like.
I
Make a stealth check.
Oh, great.
Just Scott Pilgrim style through the window.
Oh, my God.
Oh, natural one. So yeah, you panic and you hit the window. So Cain, Mena, and that you hear a and you shatter the window with your horns, just like breaking through the window, trying to quickly jump out.
Oh, the window is open.
The window is, but as you jump, there's like a section of the window that your horns catch, and it just like cracks and shatters the window. Not
My
strong
God,
glass.
What's that?
It is a natural one.
It is a natural one. Mena, you do hear this, and you kind of panic, having this mask and this robe in your hand, and you can hear the opening of the door below you on the bottom floor, and you're with Zindig.
I'm going to try to parkour my way out the top window.
Sure. Okay. So you kind of start climbing out
the
the window.
mask and the cloak.
Okay. So you're kind of holding those. You kind of step out the window. I would like you to make an athletics check, as well as a stealth check.
Athletics is 13.
Out of curiosity, while Mina's doing
Stealth
this,
is also a 13.
Okay. Weird. Yes, sir.
can Zindig just while Mina's leaving, just kind of peek inside the child's room, just right at the doorway, just to kind of take a quick glance, and then I can call Zindig away, so that way there isn't any worry about that.
Yeah, you can just kind of dispel. Yeah, and kind of. I assume it probably was following Mena, so it probably was in there with Mena when Mena was looking around.
Oh, I didn't know if Mena went to the kids' room.
Yeah,
Oh,
it seemed to be kind of very clean and undisturbed. Yeah, no child.
There is no child.
There is a child. He's just not in the home. So you start climbing out. And Cain, make a perception check, please. As he opens the door, and he's trying to he was going to try to slam the door, but because of the window shattering, you guys hear that, and he rushes in.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
I just picture horn-shaped holes, like a cartoon in
like
the
a
window.
Okay.
Great.
So as he rushes in, you can see the shattered kind of window, and you can see Zephyr standing up, turning, and you make eye contact with Cain and with this man. And then he looks over as Mena climbs down the house and drops, but he looks at just as you drop. I rolled a 13, so he saw you. And he goes, he turns to you, Cain, and he goes, "What are you doing? Get out of my house!" And just shoves you, and then is pushing you out of the house, and is shouting, "They're attacking me! This is all a setup! They broke into my house!" As they all start shouting.
This has
Great,
gone as
love
well
that.
as I wanted.
First of all, yeah, I know,
It's going
right?
great.
It's great. So
Atim
I'm
and
with the
Cain,
constable, right?
sorry, Atim and the constable. You guys at this point have made it, and you can hear him shouting that they are attacking his home. It's all a setup. They broke into his house. They've distracted him. They've been putting their nose where they shouldn't be. You can see a lot of people are looking around at your friends. Cain's at the door. You can see. Actually, you probably wouldn't be able to see from where you are. Mena and Zephyr, and Amdrus. I don't know if you came running or not, but
Amdrus was just in town, asking around. I'm actually gonna go to Safe Journeys to talk.
So you
to
ignored
Thorsten
everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm total deniability. I don't know what's happening. I know nothing. We're just gonna keep moving.
I was gonna ask first.
Yeah.
In relation to where Rothar's house is and where the constable is, where exactly is that on
so
the
it
map?
seems to be this building here, kind of at
Right,
the
and
edge
the
of this.
constable-
And the constable's is 11.
11, yeah.
11.
So you weren't that far away, yeah.
Okay, so we went
Um,
all right.
Yeah, and
Cool.
with everyone kind of shouting, the constable kind of goes, "What is going on?" And you can see him push past you, Cain. Rothar kind of walking to the constable, You can see the wife also kind of looking at Jujo as kind of being like, what is going on and everything.
I want to pull her aside. I want to have a word with her, like, while the commotion is still
yeah,
kind of
sure.
going on.
While that's all happening, sure.
Yeah.
What do you ask?
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. At this point, you know, you're not dumb. We're not dumb. You know that we're onto something, and we didn't believe your husband. And I cannot believe that you don't have any shred of love for Braylon. And we just want to do what's right for him and what's right for the world. And you got to give me something. You got to help me save your boy's life.
With that accusation of her not seeming to care much, she kind of gasps and she goes, how dare you? You know nothing about what is happening.
Help me. I want to know what's happening. I want to save this young soul.
You hear her go, absolutely not. They warned us you would come bring disaster to this town. We were right. We should have handed you in before. And she walks away. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight. Because it is 10 o'clock.
I know.
We end with
On.
2 absolute disaster of a day. The chaos of this group still staying strong.
Like the apt name.
Yep.
Apt name for our group.
The day the session you guys decide to finally name yourselves, it really backs it up. But
I thought it was a good plan, to be fair. It could have worked out.
It
was
almost
a
did.
great plan.
It almost did.
Almost did.
If he had it rolled
almost
so
did.
well.
If Zephyr's stealth,
If honestly my stealth didn't just like plummet there.
Yeah.
I love nat
Keep
ones as
way
much
longer.
as I'm doing.
It's all content, I guess, but still.
It's all content. Well, you know.
I won't lie to you. I'm still very confused as to like what is actually 100%. There's like so much happening, and I'm like, oh.
I'm getting there. We're on the path. We're on the path.
Yeah.
We discovered one of the he's like the head of the bandits. We figured it out. Well, we will once Mena tells us all about it, but we're on the right path.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for
Thank you, Aurora.
Thank you.
being chaotic as always, and for everyone watching. I hope that was okay. Team B, I said you guys could have watched, and I would have told you when you guys have to leave, so you guys are good.
Get to where we needed to go anyway. So.
It's true. You didn't quite get to the point. Next one, I'll say you guys can watch, but if something kind of starts to move, which maybe it will, based on what's happening.
Oh, don't worry.
I
Not
will
with
kick you guys
the D&D over here.
But I will kick Team B out if we start getting to that territory. But for now, have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you again for the level 5 fucking hype train, all of you as well
You're
that
welcome.
joined in that. I will be back tomorrow with some games, and we'll be back next Monday to hopefully start to put all these damn puzzle pieces you guys are confused about together. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Before we get kicked out of the town.
And that also
We really thought
potentially,
that
yes.
one corner piece actually belonged on the corner, not the other side. But that's not our fault.
I mean, well.
It's
All
a little
right.
our fault.
Have a wonderful night. Cain, would you bring us out, please?
Cain is very confused as to what's currently going on
Sorry.
in the
Nine.
group. What?
This is
Based specifically on what he's known. There's a lot of puzzle pieces here, and one day, hopefully soon, Cain might be able to put them together. Come back next week when this child-rated puzzle finally gets solved by the one and only Detective Cain.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
On
The
Prince
story
of
has
the
now
Apocalypse.
become.
There we go.
This is now Cain's story.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
was
Thank you so
protected the
much.
entire time.
Goodbye.
Bye.